Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. We made it to the hump, folks. We're halfway there. Halfway to the weekend. So good to see you. What's going on, Crunch? Hello, TS. How are you guys today? Let's put on some chill radio while we hang out here, shall we? Oh, my headphones are very loud. Turn those down, please. There we go. Hey, how are you? Let's order more McDonald's today, says Wur. Man, I don't know, man. I think I might have tapped out on McDonald's. We ended up with what, 18 out of 25 cards. We almost got the full set. But fuck, I don't know how many more nuggets I can eat. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe come Friday, I'll change my mind on that, but for right now, I've for the sake of my health and financial well-being, I've decided to pump the brakes on the Happy Meals a little bit here. TS says, it is, dudes, my Wednesday. No, speaking of the Pokemon Happy Meals, though, honestly, last Monday and Friday when we opened those Happy Meals is some of my favorite streams, literally, of all time. I had so much fun, and I'm just so glad we pulled that Holo Pikachu, and we got nearly all of the cards. I mean, if I'm ever out and about popping around, or like I said, maybe by the end of the week, I'll be like, maybe we should pick up one or two more. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Right now, like Crunch says, I don't want to experience death by McDonald's Happy Meal, so pumping the brakes just a little bit. Says, what do you have framed in those three behind you? Right here? These are degrees. It is my bachelor's degree and my law degree, and then Alana's bachelor degree and her medical degree. So, there's actually 4 there. There's just 2 of them are the same size. Those have got to be hung at some point. You guys are just going to stare at them in the corner until we eventually hang them. But for right now, there's tens of thousands of dollars worth of paper just thrown in the corner over there. DS says, just go full-on supersize me. Crunch wants to see Death by Happy Meal. Oh! Oh, I see. I misinterpreted what you were wanting from me. You actually can't see my Pokemon shelf. It's cut off up there. Pokemon shelf is up top. Obviously, right. Come on, arm. There we go, right there. You can see a little Oddish there. You can see our little pop figures. I got my binders with my Pokemon cards. And that's our Pokemon shelf, but it's a little up high, so it gets a little bit cut off, unfortunately. TS says, once those frames disappear from the background, I'm just going to assume you moved them to a new location, but did not hang them on the wall. I mean, I really could just move them over here, and then be like, yeah, we totally hung them. We took the time to measure and level and hang them, and but then they're actually just over here. We keep meaning to do it, but like I said, it's not as easy as you would think, because the degrees are different sizes, obviously. So the small ones are our bachelor degree, the medium one is my law degree, and the giant one is the medical degree, because apparently doctors like to show off their penis size, I mean degree size. So they're all different sizes, and so when we want to hang them on the wall, obviously we're going to have to try to figure out a way to make them all even though they're all different sizes. So it requires more work than you'd think it would, and that's why we keep putting it off. But we will do it one of these days. Crunch says, where are the new glasses? The new glasses are right here, don't you worry. We're starting off the day without them, but I will put them on after. TS says, put the big ones side by side and the small ones under the corresponding ones like a plaque. Huh. That could actually work, TS. It really could, because it could be like my degree, Alana's degree. Those lined up. That could do it. I'll run that by Alana. See what she thinks. Crunch says just super glue them to the wall. Problem solved. Problem solved, that's it. Yeah, I hope you're having a good day today, everybody. We are heading back into the Outer Worlds today. If you were here yesterday, then you'll know that we've actually started one of the DLCs. We have started the Murder on Eridanos DLC, which we're super early into it. We only played for about an hour yesterday of the DLC, I would imagine. But it seems so cool so far. It is legitimately a murder mystery. You're talking to people, you're getting clues, you're investigating crime scenes. Like, oh man, it's awesome and I love it and I cannot wait to play more today. So this is actually the second DLC that released. I did them out of order, but that's that. Murder on Eridanos, and then we still have Peril on Gorgon to do as well. So we have 2 DLCs, and then we will pop back to the main game to finish the main game, because you can't play once the credits roll. There is no post-game, meaning you have to do all the content before you beat the game. She just said, while you're at it, tell Alana she's very loved by Twitch chat. I will absolutely tell her that. I'm sure that will make her day. I'm sure she'll pop in someday for you, See, she's a real adult with a real job. She's a doctor, so you know she's working while I sit at home and play video games. It's a great system. But yeah, so that's why she's not here right now, because she's off, you know, doing adult things, saving lives, being a doctor. But in good news, I did actually get a email from the Law Society this morning, and they are now requiring me to pay my fee, of course, which means I think my application is moving along. So that's good. I might be a lawyer again soon, but I'm honestly not wishing this time away at all. Like, honestly, I wish I could just do this every day for the rest of my life. Like, I am happy. I wake up every morning around 8 or 9. I do some chores around the house. This morning I did some vacuuming. Then I watched some TV, had a nice breakfast, got myself ready, talked to my best friend Bethy on the phone. Now I'm here with you guys. We're gonna play video games all afternoon. Like, it's a pretty good system, and I'm not in a rush for it to be over. So, you know, Law Society, if you want to take an extra week or 2 processing my application, that is more than fine with me. Because I'm finally living my my full-time streamer life, and it is fun. I must admit. It is a beautiful day here today. It is sunny. I don't know how warm it is. It feels warm in the apartment, though. We're on the 3rd floor, so it's like, it's warm. It's extra warm in our apartment because we have like 2 floors worth of heat rising up. So like, it's only 17 degrees, but it feels way warmer in here. It's gonna be so warm this weekend. It's gonna go up to 24 Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Summer is almost here, folks. Oh, and in other good news, I actually booked my first COVID vaccination appointment yesterday, so I'm finally gonna get jabbed. June 2nd. June 1st, actually. June 1st, your girl's gonna be... How effective is the first vaccine? It's pretty effective, right? Like, I want to say like 60%. Hang on. And now I gotta fact check myself. How effective is first COVID vaccine? Now, I don't know which one I'm getting, so obviously the numbers are a little off depending which one you get. But it's between 65 to 80% effective. So, you know, in a month, I'll be 60 to 80% protected. Woo! Can't wait. Very excited. TS is currently 23 degrees Celsius out here with a clear sky. Very nice. Crunch says, suppose you get to 20 degrees Celsius for Crunch. Feels a lot warmer in his apartment. Cool, so it sounds like we're all having nice, similar weather days today. Oh, you got your first Pfizer 3 weeks ago. Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm super excited to just, like, have some sort of protection. Like, obviously, my life isn't going to change that much, but it's nice to know that, you know, my chance of dying is substantially lower. That's always nice, right? Good evening, Kirky. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Wednesday. We're about to play some more Outer Worlds today. Very excited to hop back into the game. I've been really enjoying it so far. Anybody who likes, you know, a traditional story-based, companion-focused RPG, totally would recommend the Outer Worlds. Anybody who liked Fallout New Vegas in particular, gotta recommend the Outer Worlds too. It's really good. The dialogue, the writing is fucking outstanding. It's so funny. It's so tongue-in-cheek, and I've really been enjoying it. So For those of you guys who weren't here yesterday, we did start our DLC pack, Murder on Eridanos. Hi, Brody, how are you? And so the plot behind that is we actually get called in to be a detective. They've heard about our exploits throughout the galaxy, and they think that I would be a nice, neutral, inquisitive person to come and investigate the murder. So the murder is the murder of, Halcyon Helen. I had to think of what her name was. That's her actress name. Her real name is, I don't even know what her real name is. Anyway, she got murdered at a hotel. She was at a hotel, to promote a product, actually. And she got murdered. And so we are there to figure out what the hell happened. We got a few suspects so far. She's got a boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend, who apparently has anger issues. So obviously he's on our radar. There's also a prophet. Prophet spelled like Prophet, and prophet spelled like Profit. She's the prophet of profit. Anyway, apparently they had some drama, so that's another potential suspect. Ruth Bellamy, there you go, Crunch, that's her real name. So yeah, anyway, we're very early on, but we have made it to the hotel where she was murdered. It kind of looks like the Grand Budapest Hotel. It's kind of cool. And now we're checking out the scene for clues. Kirky says companion focus, like Pokemon Yellow. Enjoy Breath of the Weeb TS. Bronny says, fairly shit. We had a death in the family this morning. Oh, Bronny, I'm so sorry for your loss. That I can only imagine how difficult that is. You know, being shocked, whatever you're feeling is totally valid, including complete shock. And I'm sure I speak for everybody in chat here when we say that we're here for you. And if you need anything, we're here. And if you just need to be distracted, well, hopefully some Outer Worlds might be able to help a little bit. But I am very sorry for your loss, my friend. Crunch is a fountain of useless gaming trivia. He needs professional help. No, I mean, it was helpful for me to know Ruth Bellamy's name, right? All right, let's load it up here and hop in. Yeah, all gaming trivia is useful, right? I'm so excited to do some more investigating today. You could probably, if you guys were here yesterday, you could probably tell that I fucking love me a good murder mystery. I love detective games. There are not enough detective games out there. Like LA Noire, I think I've played that game like 3 times. It's not even like a great game, honestly, but it's just like, I'm starved for detective content. And so, the fact that we're getting some detective content here wrapped up in this already amazing RPG game is very exciting. Ooh. So we have this little machine, and it helps us find clues, actually. And apparently there's one nearby. Oh, footprints!
These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom.
Oh!
110% chance with a 10% margin of error. They were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay. That's the victim. Examine the footprint depth and spacing. The spacing between each footstep is short, and the imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined. It would appear that Helen was in a hurry.
Did you find something?
Helen came through here in a hurry.
What could be so important about the orchards? Unless, maybe she was running from someone.
Maybe, Felix. So these are the orchards here. The orchards, Purpleberry puzzle hedges, the conservatory, the storage warehouse, and the hive. Oh, here, what is this? Caution! Pollinization swarms in this area. Oh dear. I don't like the sound of that. Hello, do you work here? Oh no! He's got the thing in his neck and the scary eyes! Oh no! Oh no! I forgot about this part! Oh no!
At this precise moment in time.
Oh.
Oh, my dear Law. Sir? I don't mean to be rude, but do you know what's going on with your face?
Why, thank you.
He looks so
Rizzo's
scary.
encouraging all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to
happy
join us on
leech.
imaginative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special
Trademark.
taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
Are you okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's.
He looks like someone who promotes Raid Shadow Legends.
Thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
That's not creepy at all.
I am so glad you agree. At
Oh,
Rizzo,
his growth looks
we
more
encourage
like a parasite than the one from
customers in
yesterday.
The same way they would a board-approved social acquaintance. Which means it is my pleasure to spend time with you even when I am not being paid to do so.
Has he
Isn't that
blinked
nice?
yet?
I certainly think so.
I don't think so.
And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
I've got a tour ticket already, but tell me more about the orchards.
An excellent decision you most certainly won't have cause to regret. Now, presently, you're standing smack dab in the pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purple Berry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more. Of course, tours of any excess level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our waspitos are quite territorial and have been known to sting both.
Where's
workers
Crunch's
and visitors
flamethrower?
alike.
Time to burn down the orchard, buildings, everything to make sure we get all the happy leeches. I really enjoy this game and my payment has nothing to do with it. Please download the following. Are you the groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after
That's
the
a
last
fancy
one
title,
around the
third
job.
keeper of the grounds.
Gosh, I guess about a week ago now. Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift.
Nanner
Now I'm
peeler
responsible
picker.
for growing every twig
Wow.
and berry
It's quite the
vast
promotion,
swath
bud.
of fertile land.
You don't find it suspicious that the last groundskeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts.
Okay, that's good.
No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some waspitos on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Wait, no, we are not glossing over this missing groundskeeper. No one knows what happened to him?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't.
Hey, Spiritus, how are you?
To talk to my supervisor, overseeing orchardist.
Kirky!
I used to ask questions, but gee, I
Time
just don't
flies
feel the
when
urge
you
to
have a leech
anymore.
attached to you.
It sure does. Kirky, thank you so much for using your Twitch Prime on me this month. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the 8 months. Enjoy your emotes. Yeah, no, I cannot stop. I don't know where to look. I can't tell if I should look in his scary, unblinking eyes or at the disgusting growth on the side of his neck. I feel like both are the wrong answer. So maybe I should just look over here somewhere. Hi, Spring Shields. How are you? It's great to see you today. Happy Wednesday. Spiritus says, I'm good. Got a few days off from tomorrow on. Oh, that's awesome. Nothing better than a few days off. What was that about mosquitoes and pollinization again?
Pollinization by killer waspitos, indeedy.
Oh,
It's
killer, not just regular
technology.
waspitos.
Don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons.
Okay.
When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted,
I can definitely see
all
nothing
mosquitoes
going
are
wrong with this whole
biologically
thing.
programmed to return to the hive.
His soulless
Their
stare is
home
so creepy. It's so creepy.
Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. so you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big glimmering...
Wasps and mosquitoes? Nope. Right?
Gosh, and goody gum
Enough
drops,
about the
I could
orchards,
talk about
man.
the orchards till my lips fell off. Instead, let's talk about whatever interests you, because that's...
Sounds like the giant Asian murder hornets. Do you know if Halcyon Helen came through here?
Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead?
We
Yeah,
should just
what
nuke this
happened to
place,
her?
honestly.
She did come by.
It's probably the
but
safest
not during
thing.
Any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs.
Oh.
Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product.
A new clue! Helen was the spokeswoman for Spectrum Brown's ad campaign.
That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds where that her...
Nothing on this planet can leave here. Seen any murder weapons lying around? Bottle of poison, smoking laser pistol, bloodied blunt force object?
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears.
What do you mean usual pair of gardening shears? Why are they bloody?
Woman was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes. She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty...
We actually don't know her cause of death. Deadly pollinization mosquitoes.
Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzos would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
Alright, I think I've heard enough, thanks.
Of course.
I'm on an investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
Oh, I wish I could lie 60. We need to... When we level up next time, we gotta put points into lie. I'm on the hunt for Halcyon Helen's killer.
Grisly stuff, that. I heard the poor gal got her brain pan bashed in.
Brain pan!
Probably had much rattling around there to start with, if you know.
Jacob, be nice! Elaborate on that.
Someone hit her in the head, real hard. Then she died. Can't imagine who might have had the hitting power to crack a skull. Well, aside from one of our tossball hackers, I guess. But no Rizzo's employee.
Well, the cause of death certainly does point to her toss-ball boyfriend.
Won't find an unhappy Rizzo's employee
But
in
that's
all
probably
their
too
accounts.
simple.
No diddly-dee-dum, you won't. Guide.
Do we actually know her cause of death? I don't know that we do. Trying to see if we have like a autopsy or something. Interesting. Maybe that's something we have to figure out, I guess.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Timeline discrepancy. What do we have here?
Timeline discrepancy
More
detected
footprints.
nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay, they headed this way, so I guess we're headed this way. Oh, hang on! Why are they gone crazy? The parasites, I guess. Everyone is alright. I wasn't prepared for them, though. Looks like the parasites are making them be more than happy. They're also crazy.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints.
Frenzied hosts. Rupturing hosts. Oh dear. Can't wait to find out more about these fucking parasite things. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress.
There we go, level 29. Perfect. Time to put some points.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Time to put some points into lying.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered
Looks
more
like we found right where
deceased actress
Helen went. Rather. Okay, skills. Come on to lie. Lie and intimidate. Our persuade with our bonuses is all the way up to 138, so we honestly don't need any more persuade. Our lockpick's at 100, sneaks at 65. Medical could go up. There we go. Alright, let's see what's in here, shall we?
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building
I love how they say trademark. That's hilarious.
delicious products. Almost. Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed sissy pig waste products.
Yum!
Nature, back to nature. Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer.
Discourages inhalation of its safe and natural fertilizer.
Give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Well then. Oh, what do we have here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Let's talk to you first. Nice glasses.
What are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife?
Can you see me? Obviously, I'm not your ex-wife.
Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null.
Carter!
You, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
You were right the first time. I've returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge!
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Oh, this poor fella's lost his wits.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while,
Hasn't
anything
died
that
yet.
isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease.
Wow, I bet I smelled lovely by the
You're
sounds of that
a
description.
inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Did Halsey and Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame.
Carter! That's dark to say. Jesus. Blood and starship grease. A new perfume. Ode to Space Pirate. I love it. You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it.
Oh dear.
That
That
one,
definitely
I
does
think,
sound like a
can be
failure.
attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
Sure. Blame it on religion. I'll take your word for it.
You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
Goodbye.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oops, you gonna get mad? Nope. Stole the stuff right behind his back, but apparently he didn't care, so we're good.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector.
Alright, she's headed this way.
Footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay, I got it. You don't need to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Uh-oh. Oh, no, hang on. I don't think he's gonna hurt me. I think I might be okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's gonna hurt me, though. Parasite spawnling.
Here they come!
Good job, Felix. Knock him out, man. Pew pew! They're like literally puking as they're trying to fight me. They're like throwing up the fucking parasite inside them. It's really yummy. I love it. Please keep doing that. Whew! Jesus Christ. Yeah, I can't wait to find out more about these parasites, that's for sure.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I wonder if this gross parasite has anything to do with everything we're doing here. Or if it's just coincidence. It's gotta have something to do with it, right? There's no way it can be a coincidence. Oh, you're... What the fuck? Drunk Ravager. You're a drunk monkey? Oh my god, there's so many drunk monkeys! Oh, fuck. I wasn't expecting this. Why are you drunk? What are you... What? Who gave you alcohol? Large monkey man? Also, I always forget I had this slow down time ability. I literally never ever use it. It's the vats of Outer Worlds, and I never use it. We'll try to make more use of that. Wow, we get them all? Oh, they're drunk because they're literally drinking rum and vodka. That would do it, wouldn't it? Alright, the monkeys have broken in and have started drinking Spectrum vodka. So, that explains that, I guess.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Ooh, a picnic! Hang on now. The shaft of the tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements. The end of the tossball stick is matted with Rizzo's dark matter chocolate.
Detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Examine the end of the stick. It looks as if someone used this tossball stick to completely obliterate a picnic basket. Maybe it's some kind of upper-class mating ritual.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
I seen Birdie snap a tossball stick in half before. It happened right after the Darlings stole the quarterfinals from the Rangers last year.
Well, it's not looking good for you, is it, Black Hole Birdie? This is a keycard for the Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. If you're reading this warning anywhere other than the RR&DD Labs, please return it to the RR&DD Labs for an only moderate extreme pay deduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. Wow, Crunch says collect all Spectrum vodka. There is a quest for it. Alright, we can do that. Alright, so it looks like they came out here for a romantic picnic, and it seems to have gone wrong. So that's not good. Okay, so we don't know the timeline of events. There are 8 types and you need to possess one of each, I see. We don't know the timeline of events. What we do know is that she came out here and had a picnic with Tossball. It didn't end well. He got angry or upset. And then she went to meet with Dr. What's-His-Name over at the R&DD Labs. So, guess we'll head over there next and see what we. Hey guys, I don't know what just happened. My computer literally just restarted, is what had happened. It didn't even crash. It straight up restarted. So that's really weird. Okay, I think I'm back now. Ronnie says it was gaming too hard. It fainted. It literally just randomly restarted. I don't know what's up with that, but okay, we're back. I apologize for the interruption there. Let's get the game launched again. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Like what happened? Like I don't even understand. My computer just randomly restarted. Like I don't have an explanation. I guess maybe it was gaming too hard and it needed a break. Something else got broke by UPS? It better fucking not have. I just got all this shit fixed, so we're just gonna assume it was a random weird computer thing, and we're gonna continue on with our lives and pretend it didn't happen and hope everything's okay, because I don't know what else to do about it right now. So, that's gonna be what we gotta do. Okay, here we go. Back in action? Back in action? The computer is protesting all this midday activity and did a sit-in? There you go. It's a good explanation. It's better than any explanation I got, because I don't got an explanation, so... Sure, let's go with that, shall we? Oh dear. Alright. Loading back in. I hope we auto-saved. We did, yes. Looked like we auto-saved. Right as we were looting these guys for their Spectrum vodka. A good time to auto-save, really. Alright. There's a black Rizzo's over here and a red. We'll grab those. Okay. Let's try this again. Now we're off to the RR and DD labs to see what Helen was doing there. Okay. Oh fuck! Why is the stream stuttering? What is wrong with my computer? Why is it stuttering? Why is it... I don't know. I don't know the answers to any of these questions. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe I'll turn down my settings? But like, it was running fine on my screen, so I think it's on OBS's side. But I don't have any drop frames, and we're running at 5,000 bit rate. Why? 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 Okay, how's this? Is the stuttering any better? Oh fuck, there's a bug. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Better for now? Okay, keep me updated. I don't know what's going on here today. So that's not fun. I hate having computer issues. It's so frustrating. Half the time I don't know what's wrong. If I knew what was wrong, I would fix it, but not knowing what is wrong is extremely frustrating. Okay, we killed these people.
Miss Helen was at this lab too. We're close to finding something. I can feel it.
I hope so. We are at the RR and DD labs. So let's see what we can find in here. Rizzo's. Looks a little empty. Oh.
I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Okay. Through the lobby and to the left, you say. Well, first I want to check out the lobby computer. It's probably got some shit for me in here. Hack. View recent appointments. Displaying recent appointments. Name, Miss Ruth Bellamy. Stage name, Halcyon Helen. Description, lab tour. Oh, interesting. Description, product presentation. Okay. So she actually had an appointment when she came. But didn't they say she came after hours? It was an after hours appointment? Cleanup request. Hello, I'm so sorry I haven't had a chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. That sounds sketchy. What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what the racket is all about? You better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes. People are going to start losing jobs. Okay, so something weird and kind of spooky was happening here. That's a dead body. What the fuck?
Awful. Wonder if this poor fella had a family.
Rizzo's first product. Before Rizzo's was the confectionery juggernaut you know and love today, it was an above-average chemical waste management corporation. On one otherwise unremarkable day, an employee on the slurry stirring shift leaned a little too far over a chemical vat, dropping a single purple berry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for his hazardous incompetence, the employee was given an ultimatum by his supervisor. Retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. The employee jumped in the vat, swam for the purple berry, and accidentally swallowed it. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purple berry hadn't been half bad, before falling into a toxic coma, giving his supervisor the idea to sterilize and adjust the chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon, the sour-sweet coated purple berries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first mass-marketed product, the Purple Berry Bunch. Wow. What a history! Can you imagine, like, showing that off? Yeah, we used to be a chemical manufacturing company. Changed our ways. Oh, hey.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with
It is a little weird that we don't call her by her real name, but anyway.
Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Ms. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
There isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Ah, I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Crunch says, would you call Dwayne The Rock Johnson either Dwayne Johnson or The Rock? I mean, I guess I'd say Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but like, can we at least say Ruth Halcyon Helen Bellamy? That doesn't roll off the tongue, I guess. I didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You can make a run for it.
And lose my life's work? You want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Do any researchers in this colony give a damn about human lives?
It doesn't seem so.
Or does having a conscience make you unqualified for the job?
Staff can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
What goes on in these labs that would turn your researcher against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
I'll find out when I hunt through the labs. You might as well tell me up front.
So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files. But will you understand the data once you've acquired it? Essentially, we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. My present troubles stem from one we've just developed. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining the science behind it would far exceed your capability for understanding.
Wow, okay then.
Now, was there anything else?
I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
These people don't deserve to die, Captain. Let's try using the sedative.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Okay. Dear Lord, is ethics optional for scientists? Or even discouraged? Crunch really wants his flamethrower now. Where did he put it? Ah, it's with his Space Marine Terminator armor. Let's sell our junk. No, it looks like we have a lot of random weapons that we could probably sell too. These are really high level though, so maybe we should be keeping those. These are what we should be selling. Oh wow, we got a theme song there. Alright. What do we got? Use terminal. Greetings, employees and lab staff. Memo, mind the gas canisters. Hello everyone, this is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious, they're filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama Raptidon out cold. After work bar meetup. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are all headed to the Grand Colonials Bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how this lightning on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers from someone who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. Wow! Okay, tell us how you really feel. Increase protective measures. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I'm increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. Some of you know a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us in further pursuit of that mission. Dr. Blossom. Yeah, the memos were a little passive-aggressive, hey? Absolutely. Alright, now. What do we got going on down here? So I see some crazy people, but there might be a way to knock them out, she said. Oh. I see more crazy people. Where do we gotta go? The utility room. Is this the utility room? Oh, look! Look what it is! This must be where all the fucking parasites are coming from. In here! Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well. That solves one mystery. Try to find the control room. Or the utility room, whatever it was. Oh, we got lots of bit cartridges in here. We had a fancy sulfur-soaked top hat. This top hat once belonged to Captain Phazon of Byzantium, last seen on Terror on Monarch, standing much too close to the edge of a sulfur pit. This pungent accessory should serve as a reminder of the many terrible dangers found on Monarch, and a further example of why no self-respecting Halcyonite should ever visit. Wow, that's dramatic, don't you think? Very dramatic. Yeah, I want to burn this whole fucking lab down with fire is what I want to do. If we look on the map, can we see the control room? Oh, I think it's right here. On the right. Oh no, it's barred, of course. That would be much too easy. Now we have psychos running towards us. Let's F5. See if we can't sneak our way through here. Oh, it's a giant one! Oh, God. Oh, no. We are not helping this lady save her research. We already know how fucking scary this shit is. We've seen it. We've seen it in action. It turns everyone fucking bananas. That's not what I want. Looking for the terminal that'll expel the gas. Put them all to sleep. Oh, it might be here. No, never mind. Just a workbench. Nuke it from orbit and be done with it. Hey, kitty. That might be the smartest idea here. That might be the best play. Because holy moly. Scary neck happy parasites are... well, they're scary. Yeah, Crunch agrees. Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way we can be sure. Truly. Holy fuck, okay. We're doing okay with our sneaking so far, knock on wood. Unless we find the gas that's gonna knock everybody out. Man, this is fancy. Jesus, okay. Pianos and everything in here. Oh, that's a quote from Ellen in Aliens? I didn't even pick up on it. I want to read all the messages, of course, but I'll read them later once... Oh, no! Read them later once everything's got put to sleep. Okay, I think we're okay. This is where we were trying to go. Dispense sedative gas! Woo! Okay. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Now we can read through everything. Memo, new employee orientation. Okay. File, how to be a janitor. Training file corrupted. Please guess how to do your job to the best of your ability. Logs, first day. I've gotten 17 requests from the lab workers that I had to respond to, and also managed to find time to sweep, mop, and buff this whole place. I was hoping that the employee how-to document would help with some of these machines that I've never seen before in my life, but guess what? The asshole left it completely blank! I got a request from Dr. Blossom to hook up the gas line to some canisters that are mixed with a heavy sedative for dispersal in the lower labs. Luckily, I've got enough experience cleaning all the muck that builds up in the vents to get it all done in a couple days. Still, I wonder what they're needing this for. I think they took the last of the Raptidons out of the lab last week. I guess the pheromone flavoring results weren't as promising as they'd hoped. Jackpot! Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something, and here it is. I get to be a taste tester for the newest Spectrum flavor. I'm heading to the lab right after I fix the clog in the showers. So exciting! Oh dear. I have a feeling he never returned from the testing. Sedative gas! We love it. Please guess how do you do your job. That's almost my on-the-job training. I know, I feel like that hit the nail on the head a little too closely for a lot of us. But okay, everybody's sleeping now. And luckily, we can loot their bodies while they are sleeping. Which is very nice, of course. Okay, yeah, so it looks like they're fucking doing something with the worms down here. And, yeah, we're not about that. Okay, I want to read some of the terminals now that I skipped past previously. So we can try to figure out what's going on here a bit more. Like this one. View lab notes. Product Innovation Lab. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. The zero-calorie sweetener produces 36% of the amount of dopamine compared to popular cigarette brands. It is possible that this is as far as we can go without introducing substances that will categorize this as a tobacco product. We're already towing the line as it is. I'm interested in a trial with a larger set of subjects. However, our lab's resources are getting cut thanks to the new lab that's begun across the hall. Maybe we can offer it to our colleagues in the marketing lab. Show them a thing or two regarding proper science. Dr. Blossom, I apologize, but I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts this lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products and we're losing 2 more researchers? Honestly, whatever's being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than Adrenatime. Dr. Blossom, I apologize for our team's outbursts at the product presentation. I assure you we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. I'm sending this message to both teams in the marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. If it weren't for the incredible projections Spectrum Brown shows, we'd all be out of work after that embarrassment at the presentation. I expect more from both departments. Okay, so it looks like there was a little rivalry down here between the science department and the marketing department, which is funny, but I gotta be honest, I don't really care. I just want to know who was dealing with the gross-ass worms. These! Is there a terminal over here? Because this is what— Ew, look! Oh, I hate it! That's what's inside, everybody? Ew! Oh my god, they're in tank. Here we go. Here's a terminal. Here we go. Slug Lab! Oh, it's literally called the Slug Lab! Oh, okay, view lab notes. Our discovery. Finally finished our first set of experiments on those parasites we harvested from the infected would-be attraction animals, and the results have been— What the hell am I doing? Why am I taking this note? Who's gonna see this aside from members of the research team? I barely need mention how beyond completely phenomenal today's find has been. Not only have we discovered why Harold, the system's saddest teacup canid, had his remarkable turnaround— frankly, I'm amazed no one realized something was awry earlier. His cage was only about as large as he was. By the way, Myers, there goes your daily adreno injections theory, you buffoon. We've also found something that will find me to a vice presidential position in no time. Remind me to devote a bench commemorating the Rizzo's semi-industrial exploration team for giving their lives to bring back the Eridanium giganteus from the holy caves. I'll also be certain to devote an even larger bench to myself for finding the birth site of the parasites and ordering experiments to start. I've already been in talks with management about ideas for products that could utilize the parasites' joy-intensifying hormones. It's amazing that Slug hasn't looked deeper into this. We may have had to cede them the land, but seemingly they haven't disturbed our research site. Well, their oversight is Rizzo's immense benefit. Great job, me, from Dr. Blossom. Today's incident. I'm sure some of you are still shaken by the events earlier today, but the course of science never did run smooth. The benefits of our research are easily worth the potential risks associated. Garcia would most certainly agree, if she were still alive. I've talked to Administrator Ludovico about setting up some additional security measures in case of another test subject breach. In the meantime, for the love of the architect, do not infect an individual test subject with more than one parasite. The frenetic joy will have to be enough, at least for now. I'm still looking into promotional means, but I think we'll find something soon. Some Rizzo's product engineers have discovered mass-producing the parasites and placing them in some kind of beverage to evenly distribute the joy-inducing hormones. Things still seem very promising. Look forward to the day when I can leave this backwater facility behind. Dr. Blossom. Hi, Ice! How are you? It's great to see you today. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Blossom requested, demanded, we help the engineering team produce a gas that would target the neural links of individuals infected by Eridanium giganteus. Well, we did, and it was simple enough. Just isolated a particular cell type only found in the parasites, and produced an enzyme that should shock them temporarily into stasis. But you better believe the second it came time to tell the administrator about it, she was the one who had developed the gas, and she was the one who had been primarily working with engineering to get everything together. She takes credit for the initial finding, and even after Dr. Garcia's death, which was basically all Dr. Blossom's fault, she still somehow manages to find a way to spin things in her favor. Some of the other researchers were talking about altering the gas not to target test subjects, but to target her, for it not to render its target unconscious, but dead. I wouldn't write this down, but I know Dr. Blossom doesn't read log entries that she didn't write. Tell you, their ideas are seeming to become more and more appealing. At your earliest convenience, the Slug Lab requires your sanitation services for cadaver removal. There are 2 bodies at present in the R&D labs, 1 scientist and 1 test subject. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like the scientists might have been trying to rebel against the doctor, which I don't blame them. She seems like a psychopath who's experimenting on some gross-ass slugs to infect people with. But anyway, it's neither here nor there, I suppose. I've pacified everybody, and now we will return to her and get the information that we require.
We gotta move.
I can't get out. Oh, now I can. What happened?
Somebody didn't want us talking to Dr. Blossom. You think it was Miss Helen's killer?
Oh gosh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Examine the body. You're sure you heard gunshots earlier, yet this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. After much thought, you're unable to deduce any further details. Search the immediate area. Although you distinctly remember hearing gunshots over the intercom, you don't see any bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all 4 of these scientists without much resistance. Means they must be well trained. Some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
What an awful place to die. What do you think happened to her?
Five kills. In and out before we can catch a glimpse of the culprit? I'd expect more blood.
The killer might have been in a hurry. I guess that makes sense, if they were after something else.
Guys, now we've got another mystery.
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Let's use her terminal. View download confirmation. Error. File deleted was successfully downloaded to external data storage. Data cartridge. Interesting. From Administrator Ludovico to Dr. Blossom. Apologize for the late notice, but Miss Bellamy has requested a tour of the facilities while she is visiting Eridanos as Halcyon Helen. Please prepare for her arrival in the morning. File deleted. Parasite findings. Tests involving the parasite Eridanos gigaseus, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced astounding results. Even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency, the pheromone the Eridanos gigaseus secretes produces dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to administration, the product impressed for 2 main reasons. As mentioned before, the product will produce that boozy, feel-good stimulus like no other. But more importantly, the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of any completely addictive product with 0 laws surrounding it would certainly justify any means.
What kind of monster kills all these people over a data cartridge?
Does someone really want this fucking... this, slug formula? Oh, here we go. Spectrum Gatling terminal. All core systems operative. Weapon requires loaded spectrum vodka array to be functional. Spectrum oh, this is what Crunch was telling us about. We need all 4 different types. Interesting. Spectrum Gatling terminal. The Gatling taunts me from behind its glass cage. The infernal void-damned thing refuses to work and I know the exact cause. It's me. Why am I wired like this? Why? Whenever I tried to fiddle with the internals sober, I broke parts off, or connections failed to fire, or pieces stuck out of the casing and shorted out other components. So, of course, the solution was obvious. Get at least a little plastered prior to the work period. Every work period. When I'm relaxed, my hands don't shake, and it's so much easier to see where things should fit or how to bridge certain connections. The problem, of course, is that I also get artistic. Why should a weapon work on mechanics alone? Why shouldn't you have to, say, slot 1 of every single fucking kind of Spectrum vodka into the thing before it will fire for the first time? I don't even know if it's tied to the weapon's internals or if it's some kind of lock, but it seems like it should fire and absolutely will not. I have to get 1 of every kind of Spectrum, including black. I can only hope the storage warehouse has had a recent shipment of the entire Spectrum, or all this work will have been for nothing. I have to be the dumbest genius this side of Halcyon, Dr. Blossom. Hey, Ivy, how are you? Okay, so we're gonna have to go to the storage place and see if we can get some vodka.
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at similar circumstance, as the other corpses already scanned.
I mean, the killer had to have gone down this way, right? No, there's no way out down here. And he had to have gone this way. Doing well enough? Good, I'm glad to hear it. Playing some Outer Worlds today. We're in the DLC, which is like a big murder mystery. And it is a ton of fun.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier.
Hey Law, how are you? Oh, here we go. This is how the culprit escaped. Examine the grate.
Looks like a standard ventilation shaft to me. Somebody around my size could have crawled in. Wouldn't have been comfortable or, you know, clean. Ventilation shafts usually turn into sprat nests.
Examine the fuse box. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not quite sure what.
See that red wire? Whoever cut that wire was trying to disrupt the circuit. They could have sealed the lab doors temporarily. At least until the failsafes kicked in.
Okay. Well, that's how they got in, and then they sealed all the doors so we couldn't get there. Killed the doctor and her crew, stole the data, and left. Okay, this is Dr. Blossom's office here. She's got a violet vodka. That's one more that we needed. And her computer is not hooked up, weirdly, but she does have a safe. Take that. Parvati, please never stop being so adorkable. You're just so cute and sweet like that. I know. I love both of them. That's why I have them as my companions. Parvati and Felix. I think they're both so sweet and adorkable. That's a great way to describe them both, actually. Alright then. Well, let's get out of here. Seems like our mystery just got even more mysterious. But we found out what happened to all these people out here. They were test subjects.
Unscheduled pollination cycle is about to commence.
What?
Please evacuate the orchards at this time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay,
Releasing the mosquitoes for pollination. Cycle is now in progress.
good. I can't wait to...
I don't really know what a mosquito is, but I think we're about to get educated in a hurry.
Yeah, I think you're right. Potting shed. I'm looking for the storage place, but I'm scared of the mosquitoes. What is it?
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector.
Ooh, she went in here.
Footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
What are we doing in here, Halcyon Helen? Don't know. There's a lot of stuff in here that I'm gonna steal, that's for sure. Oh, what is this? Get out! Parts of this note are illegible due to dirt and crushed purple berry smudges. The writing you can make out is as follows. Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out. Do you hear me? Don't waste time packing. Just go, as soon as you read this. You know where to meet me. Tonight, 10 p.m. in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out of here and don't look back. That's a big clue. Someone... She was investigating some kind of scoop. She was meeting someone in the ballroom at the time of her death. Oh dear. Okay, I found the mosquitoes. They're over there, so we're gonna stay away from them. I really need to find the storage facility. Is that it here? Congratulations on your level up, kitty. This doesn't look... This looks like a landing pad or something. I don't really want to go that way, but I feel like that's probably where it is. Well, we'll head this way. If we see too many bugs, we'll turn around. How about that? Oh, the robots are fighting the bugs. That's good. You do your thing. You fight the bugs and I'll just avoid them. Just do your thing, honey. Oh god, now the crazy people are fighting the bugs. Oh god. Oh god, I don't think I'm going the right way. Oh god.
Mosquitoes are aggressive pollinators who have been known to be extremely territorial.
I don't know where storage is. Ah! Maybe in here? Purple berry puzzle hedges. What?
They got a hedge maze? Captain, we got it.
Well, if you feel so strongly about it. What are you fighting? Oh. Alright, let's go do the maze. Oh, hello. What is going on, Samuel the Lawyer Hutz? Why do you have that in quotations? You won't talk to me until the bugs are gone, I guess? What's happening? Oh my god. We gotta talk to the lawyer in quotations. Is that a sprat? Maybe he's a bird lawyer. I mean, I should be far enough from the fighting that I'm not in combat mode, but anyway. We'll try to navigate through the maze. Emily, the entrepreneur! Oh my god, everybody in here has quotations for their title. Oh god! I thought this maze was supposed to be fun for all ages! What is this? This is not fun for all ages! Oh my god. Oh dear. Okay. This maze. Can I talk to you now? No. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to talk to you anyway. Just wanna see what's in this maze. Ooh.
We're one with the shadows, boss.
Oh, I love you, Felix. Okay, this is clearly a dead end. Oh god, watch us be trapped in this fucking maze for the rest of the stream. Oh! There's a convenient sign that says this way. Never mind. That's helpful. Oh, someone's dead in here. That's good. Puzzle Hedges log. The treasure must be near. I can almost smell it. Well, I could if I had any sensation in my nose or mouth. I've been eating purple berries for the last day, and though at first they were pleasant, lately it's been harder to work my jaws to chew them. 6 of us entered this maze under the pretense of a friendly hunt for the maze's secret, but only a fool would take that at face value. Carter got us lost in only a few hours, and when Sydney and some of the others became abrasive, I decided to be proactive. Fewer people to split the reward with. Before I shot him, Carter claimed that it wasn't worth it, that the treasure could be shared. He must have been desperate indeed if he thought I would fall for the same trick twice. Whatever the case, I'm sure I'll be up and searching again. I'll find the treasure or I will die trying. Jesus. What? I didn't even know anything was hidden here. I would just jaunt it in here for a good time and to, you know, avoid the wasp outbreak, and people are in here shooting each other. Oh, what? Rupturing hosts are in here. Ah! Kick him, Felix! Kick him! I guess these people are normally helping you navigate the maze. Also, did you see Felix just hit all of them with his stick? Nice, Felix. You fucking wrecked them. Nice going, kid. Oh, God. Okay, hang on. What is this? Sort of little garden. Oh, what's this? Looks like a fucking tomb. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. It says this way, so I shall follow the instructions. Yes, Felix! Fuck him up! Go, Parvati! I love you both. Good job, kids. Ow. I am lost. I have no idea where I am. Following these signs that say this way. No, but they say this way on the other side too. Fuck, that's not helpful. Ah! Well, Jesus! Where did you come from? No, thank you, sir.
That was fun.
Oh God, okay, I don't know where I am. Oh, I found a dumpster. I found some trash cubes. Why do they have random dumpsters at the back of this maze? Like, am I trying to make it to, like, the center of the maze, or, like, where do you think I'm trying to go here? Oh, what does it say? Rizzo's. There's a building in the center. Okay. Do you want a hint? Let me flail around aimlessly for a little bit longer. Then maybe I'll take you up on the hint. Oh, hang on. $19? Hell yeah, I'm rich! I feel like I'm going in circles. Which I guess I probably am. The people cowering near the entrance provide a lot of info. They wouldn't fucking talk to me when I was there last time. They were too busy cowering. I'd have to go back and talk to him though, hey? I don't even know if we can get back to the entrance. Alright, let's try to go back and talk to the cowering people.
Here I come.
Here goes nothing.
In one piece.
Oh, wait. Hi.
Deadly stingers are on the loose. I'll give you anything and everything you want from my collection. If you just save me.
I mean, I don't know what you want from me. Ooh. Got another type of Spectrum vodka. Maybe being lost in this maze isn't as bad as I thought it would. I feel like I'm getting a headache walking in these fucking corridors. Just kidding! Hello? Okay, I must clearly have to go turn off the pollinization cycle before anybody's gonna talk to me. Looks like they're too fucking scared to talk to me. So you know what? Let's just go do that. Oh my god, there's a lot of robots here. I probably shouldn't have aggroed all these. I didn't realize how many there were. Oof. Oof. I fucked up. Can't move. Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't realize how many of them were there. Let's try that again. Kitty wants me to aggro away, but clearly it didn't work out so well for me, so I don't know. I don't know if that is, in fact, the strategy. We're gonna try to take a wider berth around those robots this time. I don't care about the people. Kick that bug, Felix! Hell yeah. Oh no, I aggroed them all again. Okay. Alright. Well, guess we're going for the fight again. Hit them, please! Oh, wow! I think we actually got them all. Shockingly. I'm gonna F5 that. And now, looks like we turn off the pollinization. Right there. We can get in without getting murdered. No! I was trying to sneak! Oh, no! Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's run for the terminal and see if we can't make it. Fuck, fuck, fuck. No, can't use while in combat. No! I've made mistakes! Hey, Jed, how are you? You've arrived at a... not a great time. There's a lot of mosquitoes, and then there's me. I fucked it up. I tried to hit... I meant to hit Control to crouch, and I accidentally hit C, which is Felix's, like, special move instead. So that was my fault. We will try this again. Alright. Shh, indeed, everyone. Quiet down, we got some wasps to sneak by. You don't see me, I'm quiet as... quiet as, I don't know, quiet as the quietest thing in the world. How the fuck we getting in here without nothing seeing us? Oh my god, there's so many. Oh my god, I hate it, I'm getting itchy! I'll try it. Did we make it? Are we good? Abort the pollinization cycle! Whew!
No active
Wow.
detected outside of the hive. The pollinization cycle is concluded.
Thank God. Alright.
Unsealing all orchard gates. Surviving workers may now return to your station.
Surviving workers!
Mysterious adversary. It's gonna take a lot more than a swarm of horrible insects to stop us.
Alright. Phew. Okay, now we can go back to the maze, and maybe the people will stop cowering in fear, and we can talk to them about the maze. So let's try that, shall we? Hello. Ah, yes, the lawyer is much more relaxed
I've
now.
already told you 6 times, and I'll tell you 6
The
more.
lawyer.
I'm
Here we
not
go.
fucking tall. You can badger me all you want. I don't care if I'm from Forest Mills. I'm here as an individual, and I have just as much right to be here as any other visitor. You're welcome to bring a lawyer if you really want to try to force me out, but I can guarantee you that I...
The invisibility cloak, Harry! So, do you scream at every single person who approaches you, or am I special?
Don't play dumb with me. How many of you fools have I spoken to by this point? 7? 17? Wait a moment. You have all your teeth. You're not soaked in filth, and you don't look quite as slack-jawed as the regular Rizzo staff. Are you not with Rizzo's?
What made you think I was a worker? Couldn't I be another visitor to the orchards?
Between the lockdown and the fiasco at the Grand Colonial, there are more interesting places for the average
Muffin is
colonist.
sun tanning next to me.
Which
She's
leads me
lying
to
in a big
believe
patch of sun.
You're no average colonist.
Living your best kitten life,
Regardless,
yeah.
Please inform me if you'd be interested in a job. I've spent enough time out here that I'm starting to itch. I do not enjoy itching.
Murder him.
I'm sure you have questions.
You said you're a lawyer? What are you doing all the way out here?
When the going gets tough, the lawyers start going. Some farther than others. I've been a junior lawyer for coming up on 20 years now. And quite frankly, I'm getting old. Hopefully, there will be enough legal kindling out here to fuel my firm for a while longer. And if I find that kindling, I stand to finally get my raise.
You mentioned working together?
I did. You see, Rizzo's has been advertising a contest in the puzzle hedges. Whoever gets to the center first gets a bottle of the first Spectrum ever made. The Spectrum original.
Ah, and you probably need
My
that
interest,
for the
however,
machine.
lies with the Associated Promise. The chance to attend the Spectrum Brown unveiling and meet Halcyon Helen.
Helen's dead, but Rizzo's hasn't formally canceled the contest.
Indeed, you are a savvy one. Rizzo's can no longer make good on their promise, which means this entire contest is one big fraud case. All I need is a single piece of evidence. With the Spectrum original bottle, which is located in the center of the puzzle hedges, I will have all I need to sue Rizzo's for all their work. That's where you...
I love this guy. I'm not sure why you need my help. It's just a maze, isn't it?
Navigating the maze is normally no easy task. Rizzo's has no interest in giving their property, however old, away for free.
No easy task, huh? We'll just see about that.
I'm glad you're feeling confident, but this maze is deadly by design. And if that weren't enough, Zimmerman and Navarre don't want anyone sneaking away with their prize. The place is mined and rife with murderous mechanicals.
Alright, I'll get you your prize.
Excellent. I look forward to finally being able to focus solely on legal matters. Oh, and keep an eye out.
I
for
like this guy. I gotta team up with the
Odds are they'll be
lawyer,
looking
right?
out
I
for
got
the
to.
original as well.
Okay, so now that it's a quest, we might be able to actually track it, which should help us. Make your way past the mines, killer mechanicals, and other threats to get to the center of the purpleberry puzzle hedges, where your prize awaits. So hang on, what happens if I talk to the others?
Have you brought your auto mechanical to the service technician lately?
Are you trying to sell me something?
Respectfully, I think there are better places to try to sell things than the middle of a hedge maze. Judging by this exchange, I presume you are not the person I was waiting here to meet.
Oh. How do you know I'm not?
You're not covered in a layer of dirt, fertilizer, and self-loathing. Listen, I don't know you, so I'd rather keep my admissions to a minimum without the presence of legal counsel. I was waiting for.
I love this. We got ourselves a legal drama here now, folks. This is excellent.
As much as you need to know.
Why do I get the feeling she's scared of talking to us?
I take offense to that. I think.
Oh, I get it. You're after the prize in the center of the hedges, too.
Shh, not so loud. Ah, damn it. I guess you already know. I am indeed looking for the prize. You've caught me.
You're not the only one looking for the Spectrum original, I imagine?
No. There's a bottom feeder who sees an easy payday connected to it, but he's hardly worth considering. I also briefly engaged with an optimistic young woman intending to use the original as a springboard for upward mobility. Better than letting it rot, but still not ideal.
Sorry, I already agreed to get the Spectrum original for someone else.
Did you now? And how do you know the
Because he's a lawyer, and lawyers are 100% honest, awesome, good people. Obviously.
Actions will actually matter. I can promise you.
Also, I'm not giving it to any of you guys. I want it for myself.
Think fast. Never know when someone.
I need it for a quest.
Your pistol at the ready. Keep your voice down. Never know who might be listening.
Who exactly are you?
Nobody of consequence. Think of me as an archivist.
I think it's time to put the specs on people. Feel my eyes getting a little bit sore.
Take the recalled Spacer's Choice Powerhead. It was a shotgun shell on a stick, apparently supposed to be used like a spear. Had a tendency to ream the user's torso with buckshot. Corps don't want the common man to know about screw-ups like that, which is why I keep my actions decidedly in the shadows.
You're quite the collector. Alright, see you later. Anyway, I guess we will continue. Now that we have a marker for the prize, that actually does help me a little bit. So, let's try this again. What's happening? Are people shooting me? Oh, Jesus, yep. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, Jesus. Alrighty! Felix, where are you? There you go. Lock him up, please. Mama's gotta reload. My God, there's a lot of people in here. I'm just leaving a litter of fucking bodies. Can I just, like, fucking cut through the hedge? I have a gun. Why can't I just do that? You know? Oh, I can see it. It's right there. Where's the fucking tomb? Ah, we did it! Ooh, and I got to level 30, and there's a clue in here. What's going on here?
Analysis. Ground appears to be scattered with purpleberry seedlings. This particular strain is of a variety proprietary to Rissos, and should not be in common use.
You notice a glass bottle containing some of the seedlings, half buried in the dirt. As you turn it over, you find a label on the bottom that reads, "Property of Carter Reynolds, Botanists." Time to go have a word with this botanist. Pick up Purpleberry Hedges Completion Certificate. Congratulations, Explorer! You've reached the center of the Purpleberry Puzzle Hedges. This certificate entitles you to a 5% discount on certain Rizzo's products at select Rizzo's vending machines. Note that promises of discount is non-binding. Any failure to find Rizzo's vending machines accepting said discount are the responsibility of the holder, not the Rizzo's Corporation. Any attempts to force a discount or dispute the grounds of the certificate's discount will be prosecuted to the full extent of lethal force. Greetings and congratulations, visitor. You found your way to the center of Purpleberry Puzzle Edges and have earned this one-of-a-kind boon, the right to look upon a one-of-a-kind Rizzo's product free of charge. We encourage you to wonder at what the Spectrum original might taste like, as you keep at least 3 feet away from the display case at all times. Wow, so I didn't even get the prize! But I think the botanist might have stolen the prize. We're gonna have to go find the botanist. What's up, Kung Fu? You can feel free to lurk. Don't mind Wisebot. He's a little rude. A little bit rude sometimes. Calling out people and whatnot. Good to see you, though. Alright, we actually have enough for another perk. Your penetrating shots. Your ranged attacks reduce the target's armor rating by 1 point per hit. This effect lasts a short time and can stack multiple times. I like the sound of that. Felix also gets himself a skill point. Let's grab Second Wind. When this companion is down during combat, they heal back some health and continue fighting. This effect has a long cooldown. The body is, I think... Oh, she can also get the same thing. Perfect. Second Wind for both of you guys. So, comes to... The clue you uncovered points you to the Purpleberry Orchard's conservatory, of all places. Perhaps a stray sprat ran off with the prize? Sure. I'm trying to get out of here now. Another potential issue. Getting out should be easier than getting back in, though, right? Because we just go in the general... this direction, which is north, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Hello.
Quiet.
Ooh. I think I just robbed her. Nice. Nice. Totally unintentional robbing, but she was standing right there. How could I not, you know? Alright, let's go talk to the lawyer. Tell him what we found out, if we can ever get out of here. There he is.
I'm glad you're back. The sooner I gain your assistance, the sooner I can leave these miserable outdoors and return to my temperature-controlled office. I'm sure you have questions.
Hey Hero, how are you? It's great to see you. I'm doing well. Sorry to hear you've had a day. Feel free to rant if you think that'll feel better. If not, welcome back to the murder mystery. We actually just explored a hedge maze, so really we're getting it all done here today. The original wasn't at the center of the puzzle hedges, but I might know where to find it.
You do? I should have expected that things wouldn't be as easy as they looked. Well, let me know if you find any other information.
Goodbye. Honestly, even if I find it, I'm not giving it to you. Even though we have a lawyer camaraderie, you know? Oh no, I thought I shut off the wasp-mosquitoes. Clearly those ones didn't get the message, so we're gonna run away. We actually already met the botanist over here in this conservatory, so... it'd be nice to speak to him again, because we know he has something that might not necessarily be his! Sir!
Hello again, youngster. You're certainly doing a lot of running to and fro. Don't overexert yourself. The wasp-mosquitoes can smell weakness.
Wow, that's reassuring.
Bleeding hell.
Yeah. I found this bottle at the heart of the puzzle hedges. It says it's yours.
Oh, there that damn thing is. Thank you. I guess this proves it's wise to label your things. Otherwise, some fool might use them as prizes in an ill-advised scavenger hunt.
Found it real close to where I should have found the Rizzo's original. Strange, huh?
I will admit, I did take the original, yes. But I did so to keep it away from those who shouldn't have it. It's safer in my hands. If you're here to get it, I might suggest you give up. I'm known to be quite a stubborn git.
You taking the original makes it seem like Rizzo's lied about a prize, which is fraud.
Damnation, hadn't thought of that. Isn't my having it better than any random guest making off with it? I guess not, if it will cause the company more trouble. Here's the original. Don't do anything with it that I wouldn't do.
Definitely not, my dude. Definitely not. I don't even know what that means, but definitely not. Or maybe it's just a formula. It's not actually, so we don't actually need it for our quest. We're just gonna go give it to our lawyer friend. Hero says, nothing really to rant about, really. Woke up early to get blood work done. I've been trying to get my laptop to work well enough to transfer important files before I take it to be checked out. My car, moo. Okay, we need to stop right there and talk about your car, moo, because that is incredible that your car has a name, and it's even more incredible that its name is Moo. Car, moo, has sudden swelling under one eye. Oh, your cat! Your cat! Ah, that makes more sense. Okay, let's back up. Your cat, Moo, has sudden swelling under one eye, so I had to make an appointment for tomorrow, which then also led me to having to go shopping for a new cat carrier. Oh, yeah, it's just one of those days, hey? Yeah. It's just bam, 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 all day long. I mean, I'm glad your car is okay, but I hope Moo is okay too. Hopefully he just has a little something stuck in his eye, you know? It happens. Happens to the best of us. But no need to apologize. Luckily, you got a lot of those things taken care of now, and hopefully you can relax a bit more for the rest of the day. I'm just here fighting 10 million swarms of mosquitoes, so, you know, I'm having a great day myself. Not just mosquitoes, they're wasp-mosquitoes, some sort of terrifying mutant breed. All I'm trying to do is help out my lawyer friend. These guys won't leave me the hell alone. Whew. Okay, did not like that. Thank God that is over. Now, back to what we were doing. I'm glad not to be dealing with wasp-mosquitoes. No thanks on that. Absolutely.
The sooner I gain your assistance, the sooner.
So this is Samuel Hutz, the lawyer. We've obviously bonded immediately, and we're helping him out.
Sure you have questions.
Here now, I have the original. Here you go.
Ah, finally. Where have you been all my life, my darling?
Where have you been all my life?
Freelancer, I shall win this case in your honor.
Yes, get him, Sam. Sam the man. Sam the lawyer man. Do your thing, bro. Are you winning? Are you doing it right now?
Forest Mills thanks you for handing the original over, as do I.
Alright, cool. So I guess that quest is done. Okay, I'm just gonna take a look at our... Okay, so for this one, collect all 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have 7! So what are we missing? We have black. We have black. We're missing indigo. We need spectrum indigo, and we'll have enough for this quest. Report to Administrator Ludovico. Track down the profit or profitability. Oh, right! The strange disappearance of the Watchmen. And then we have this one. Faithful to thee, Rizzo's in our fashion. DeWitt Hathaway, the overseeing orchardist of the Purpleberry Orchards, believes Slug is sabotaging orchard operations due to a dispute over protection payments to Slug. Until the cause of each mishap has been fully investigated, he refuses to come to any sort of deal with Slug. So we need to stop the exterminator automechs. According to the overseeing orchardist, Slug caused a number of exterminator automechs to run amok. He wants to shut them down, but he could always just destroy them. What's a little extra carnage? Inspect the fried console. The Orchard Tower's processing console has been destroyed. Inspecting it should give you an idea of how it's met its end. And investigate the dead saplings. The overseeing orchardist believes that Slug poisoned the purpleberry saplings in the nursery. Inspecting them should clear up what happened. So let's do that. Hero says, oh, the lawyer, eh? But is he Canada's top lawyer? I think not. Yeah, no, I did feel a sense of companionship with him, though. So we had 3 different people we could help out with that quest, and we decided to help out the lawyer, because, you know, why not, right? Alright, so it looks like the dead saplings are over here. Is that a fucking nuke? That might be why they're dead.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However...
Oh, I could have kept it for myself. I gotta help out the lawyer, you know? Especially now that I know I don't need it for the thing.
Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the Nursery Storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces.
Woolly cow feces! Alright. Well, guess we'll have to go to the nursery. See how that got out there. Whether by accident or by sabotage. Oh, this is purpleberry processing.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Fried console.
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Taste the residue.
So how's it taste? Wait, let me guess. Purpleberry.
It's super sugary with the sweet tang of purpleberry and a bunch of other tropical flavors, all mixed together. It meshes well with the faint flavor of oil. Perform a chemical analysis.
Substance contains
I love how I tasted it before I did the chemical analysis.
artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many others.
Wow. Inspect the console. Looks like several of the electrical panels were removed, then fastened back into place. Poorly. Taste it for science! Yeah, if you say you're doing it for science, that makes everything okay, right? Pretty sure that's how it works. Okay, where's the nursery? Purpleberry processing, sapling row, wrecked picnic, heart of puzzle hinge, potting shed, conservatory, exterminating automech depot. I don't know where the nursery is. So I'll just follow the green dots on my map. Oh, here's the exterminator automech control down in here. Turn them all off. Recall exterminator automechs. Perfect. So are we done? Did we explore everything? Investigate the dead saplings. The discarded fertilizer canister you found probably came from Nursery Storage. It might be worth following up on that information. Someone deliberately or accidentally short-circuited the tower processing console by pouring a drink all over it. You uncovered further evidence that someone was tampering with the internal electronics of the console. You investigated all 3 sites and found evidence of negligence. Return to the overseeing orchardist and let him know his suspicions were justified. Right. Yes, that's right, Kitty. The drone things. Yeah, it definitely looks like there's something a little suspicious going on here. So, oh, here's the nursery storage. We actually stumbled across it completely by accident, so that works. Let's see if we can get any additional information while we're in here. Hello.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
I thought that was, a real good effort. Keep at it.
That was completely splendid. You didn't embarrass yourself even the slightest bit.
No jest. Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans.
Kitty says, I saw
And when I
something
can't
spectrum in
remember
that
them, I
chest
can't
when you
just
collected
make
it.
them
Could it
up.
be your indigo?
But I
Could
guess
be.
that's
We'll have to
why
check
I'm
after
just
we're
an
done
intern
talking
and not a
to
full-timer. At
Anna
least
here.
not yet.
Euro says, I played a D&D character once that managed to break the DM's campaign on accident because I literally shouted, for science! Then would lick anything we found that we weren't sure about. Hey, Squirrely, how are you? Good to see you. You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys.
New
Not because it was a
kidneys!
failure, but because
Oh
the
my
mosquitoes
god,
kept
can
feeding
you
these
imagine?
Don't worry though. Mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchard.
Typically, they were just out and I had to shut them down. Trying to distract me from your failings, it's not gonna work.
I'm not trying to distract you. And what failings are you talking about? I've been helping the orchards. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
I found a strange substance on the processing console. That have something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slap that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics.
Ah.
Look, I know what you're thinking.
All
but
the
I have a
negligent
couple of
behavior is actually
I've
because
selected
of
my
this
other work.
intern.
This is why you should only ever carry one set of clothes.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours. And
Alright, I'm glad we stopped here and talked to her, because if not, we were gonna go back and tell dude that there was negligent activity and he was gonna blame Slug. But it was actually this poor intern. I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. Thoughts? So not negligence, but accident prone, eh? Yeah, I think so.
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
You should really just come clean.
But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here.
You see any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates
His rotund head!
havoc and let loose the cadence of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
That's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
Goodbye. Alright, well, we've learned a lot. Which is good.
I see that.
So now we will go report back. After we steal all this stuff. Of course. What is the robot equivalent of furries? 'Cause ew! Alright, reporting in. Alright, I want to check and see if we got the indigo one. Nope, we still need one more. So, for anybody who's just joining us, we have a quest where we need to find every single flavor of Spectrum vodka. The last one we need is indigo. Keep an eye out for that. What is this? Just a random building. Oh, there's a dead person. Oh, we also found out the whole mystery behind the gross things in everybody's neck, by the way. Of course, Rizzo's was experimenting on them. The parasites actually exude some kind of pheromone substance that makes you extremely happy. And so they're actually putting them in bottles of their drinks, and they have been testing on their employees. So that's the whole reason behind that.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I've completed my investigation.
All right, let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind
Indigo vodka? Is it probably with the girls then? You know, the Indigo girls? I'll get my coat. A herbicide was mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator automechs.
I see you left a few of them intact even. Smashed more than I'd like, but I guess I'm glad you didn't obliterate them all.
Never did like leaving a job half-finished myself, but that's me.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually, but if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to manually initiate a pollinization cycle?
Well, yes. It's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway.
Well, we know someone actually did initiate a manual cycle, so it looks like it's someone in Rizzo's.
Let's go through
maybe the head guy of Rizzo's.
So even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
Say nothing.
You picked a hell of a time to lose your tongue over there, friend. I guess I can't force you to tell me anything, but the peace of mind would have been worth much to me. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the Brown unveiling. Could pay then, with interest.
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Hooray! Look at me! Being a mediator! Mediating things! Whoop whoop! Now, before we leave the orchard, we may as well try to find the fucking storage place. Somewhere there is a storage facility. Should say it on this sign. Storage warehouse. That's where we need to find, because apparently the storage warehouse has all kinds of different flavors of drink in there, which is what we need. Storage warehouse is this way. And all we need is indigo. Is this it? Is this a storage warehouse? Not very big. Worker Brake Shack. No, this isn't a storage warehouse. Dissident Queen, Chapter 2. Interesting. I think this is where they ship out crates of product. So that, you'd think, logically, the storage place would be somewhere nearby. Maybe it's up on top of that hill? Nope, this is the sapling place we were just at. That's the botanical garden place. What's this place right here? Don't know, because we can't get in there. Okay. What about over here then? Storage. Looking for a storage warehouse. Oh, is that it? It looks like it has like canisters of stuff, so maybe... Is this it? No, I don't think so, because we can't get in here, so... Eh. Eh. Hey Ray, how are you? Good afternoon. Good to see you. Welcome back to some more Outer Worlds today. We are still on the track of the murder mystery. Is this a storage warehouse? Groundskeeper's Shack. You have a presentation soon. I'm sure you're gonna kill it. Good luck. You're gonna do great. I just know it. What's the presentation on?
My last quarterly review said I had an attitude problem.
How can you tell if you have opened the random chests laying about? You can't really unless you go up and look at them. Yeah, I have no idea. Human resource management, cool. Meowder World? Meowder Miss Meowstery? Yeah, I don't know where the fuck the storage place is. Fuck this. We'll just keep our eyes open in our travels for some indigo drank. Okay, goodbye. We're getting out of here. Sure, we'll be able to find one somewhere. So in terms of quests, I think we still did have one more over here though. Strange disappearance of a watchman. Slug agent recently went missing from duty. Given the circumstances, it's a matter worth investigating. Amelia Stillwell escorted Evan to room A2 in the lower level of the Grand Colonial Hotel to sleep off whatever was affecting him. So that's where we have to go. We also need to go report in, obviously, to Administrator Ludovico. You found evidence that a certain research file was downloaded to a data cartridge, then deleted from the terminal. Administrator Ludovico will want to hear the results of your investigation. Here's all the information that we have, yeah, I'll check the shops and bars, you're right. Here's all the information that we have gathered so far on Helen's death. Sydney Montoya, the vendor at the Purpleberry Nut Hut, didn't see Helen, but she did see Black Hole Bertie, Helen's boyfriend, apparently buying supplies for a picnic somewhere in the orchards. Carter Reynolds at the conservatory said that Helen had bullied her way into a tour of the private Rizzo's Research and Development District labs in the orchards. Anna Summers, working in the Nursery Storage, mentioned someone who looked like Helen heading into the conservatory. Groundskeeper Jacob Yarbaugh spotted Helen in the orchards on the night of her death, where she met with Dr. Leora Blossom. She was here on the night of her death. We found the picnic. Helen met someone here for a picnic. It seems to have gone poorly. The site is a mess. Helen's footprints end here, but she did leave behind a key card. We retrieved her key card from the picnic site. It's unknown who dropped it, Helen or her mysterious paramour, but at least you know where to look for your next lead. Inside Rizzo's Research and Development, we met with Dr. Blossom, but she actually got murdered. Someone murdered her before she could tell us more about what Helen wanted, stole her data, and then unleashed the wasp-skeetos on us, so someone's clearly trying to stop us from finding more information. There you go. So those were the times in the orchards. I think we're basically done here now. We're definitely going to run away from these bugs and be done, so bye-bye! Back to the hotel. So if you look at the map here, it looks like there's like a bunch of main islands, right? So the island we just did is this one over here, but there's still a bunch more other islands, so we have a lot of adventuring left to do, I would imagine, just looking at the size of the map. First, we're heading back to the big fancy hotel. Oreo ice cream murder sandwich? Yas! Sweet creamy fudge dipped murder! Oh, you guys are funny. Yeah, once we find the last vodka flavor, we will obviously have to return to the orchards to hand it in. This hotel is fucking enormous. Look at this place. The local 7-Eleven has Oreo ice cream sandwiches. Crunch now wants one. Sigh. Anyone want anything from 7-Eleven while he's there? Man, I wouldn't say no to an ice cream sandwich myself, to be honest with you. Oh, here's Spectrum Brown. Oh, here's the whole setup, that presentation that was gonna be happening. Oh, and they moved her body.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
They moved her body and put a memorial. But we're getting a discrepancy.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Oh. Was she trying to spell the name of her killer?
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information.
A bee could stand for anything. Like Spectrum Brown?
Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen using her final moments to endorse Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Low to moderate likelihood.
Isn't Black Hole Birdie staying here?
I was wondering about that. Before we arrived, I heard something on the aether waves about Black Hole Birdie taken up at the Grand Colonial.
Correct. Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel.
Anybody else I should know about?
Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001.
Make a note of this for later, Amplifier.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved compliment.
Pre-approved compliment. Thanks. Okay, well that's another clue. So that's good. More clues the better, obviously. Let's raid the kitchen and see if we can't find indigo liquor. Oh, a chef. Oh, nice hat, nice hair.
Someone on the second VIP level just ordered 15 canid meat.
B is also for Butler, because the Butler always did it. Hey, Bill, how are you? I'm an inspector. I got some questions to ask you about Halcyon Helen's murder.
I understand your devotion to your job. Really, I do. And I hope you'll understand mine. Things might change if you had something very particular to talk to me about, but I'm afraid I'm just too busy to talk right now. I'd be delighted to chat with you later.
Fine.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Ooh.
Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Jesus! Seems like a workplace hazard. How hasn't Slug caught this?
Searching Slug work logs. No work log found.
I'm doing well, thank you, Bill.
Conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this
We are playing the DLC of the Outer Worlds today, which is a murder mystery DLC. A lot of fun. Crunch. Drive safely or walk safely, however you're getting there. We already been in the groundskeeper's shack. Can't remember if we made it there or not. Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Turn the stove on.
You sure that's a good idea?
Performing scan. Gaslight
Aww.
out some time ago.
I was ready for spontaneous combustion.
0.01%.
Darn. Well, wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Out of order. Broken elevator notice. The Grand Colonial Hotel Service elevator is out of order and will be for the foreseeable future. Please use the stairs to transport all equipment to and from the employee quarters until further notice. Additional liniments will be dispensed for those whose back pain becomes too severe to continue providing the impeccable service our hotel is known for. Wow, okay. So hang on, what's down in the bottom floors of this place? Oh, this is where the employees stay.
Something mighty strange went on earlier.
It is really shitty down here. Like, this hotel is so fancy, and this is where the employees have to hang out?
Anything good for lunch? Pea free nut butter and jelly.
They're eating a fucking sprat on a plate! Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Classic corporate overlords, right? Wow. What the fuck? Out of order notice. Please excuse our mess. We're working hard to remove all the valuable treasures our valued guests have misplaced into our pipes. Per usual, items recovered from the sewage inhaler will be auctioned off at the start of the month to employees of the Grand Colonial Hotel. Note, the sanitation materials will be auctioned off as well. Happy hunting! That's funny. God, it is gross down here.
You hear about the murder?
How the hell could I not have heard about it?
Any purple berry, indigo stuff. Down here. Auctioning off the toilet treasures.
Gosh, that's clever.
Incredible, right? Hey, what is this?
Why, hello there. Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan.
Oh, we were talking earlier through the elevator intercom. I recognize your voice. Please finally meet you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
You said you operate the elevator, right? Can guests not press the buttons themselves?
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want tossball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy. Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button.
How the fuck do you lose a ring on a button?
The Grand Colonial prides
But
itself
okay.
on personalized service in all things. That and the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often.
So I'd assume the bellhops all know each other. Any gossip about Norville?
Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready to help any and all.
Norville is
guests
the
who might
bellhop
need
that
it.
we met when we
And
first came
so
here.
Handsome too. His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
Do you know anything about Halcyon Helen's murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual.
Sounds like they've dealt with a Karen or two in their day. I think so.
Many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was
Ugh.
a shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in. Marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off.
Have marauders been a problem at the Grand Colonial before?
Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here. Slug claims they've got the problem under control, but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are. Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Alright, goodbye. I love their little hats that they wear. They're so cute. I need to get me one of those. But alright, for the time being, I guess we'll head back upstairs.
I was a few minutes late with room service earlier.
Wait, where does this go? Oh, that brings us outside, okay. I want to go back to the hotel. So this is the lobby, yes, okay. I want to go to like the bar or something. I need a drink. Lost and found.
Hardline discrepancy detected nearby. An industrial-grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Industrial grade laxative? Jesus, okay. Severed head of Burbage 2000. Wow, that's in the lost and found? Interesting. Hello.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Where's the bar at? Oh, here we go. Found it. This is what I was looking for. Oh! Look at this cute little guy! He's got a little hat!
Attractive patron. Please allow
I like how they call me an attractive patron. Thank you, robot.
fine cocktails.
Now, do you have indigo? Indigo! One of those, please. Bam! We've got all the drinks that we need. So now, instead of reporting to Administrator Ludokovo, we're gonna go unlock the Rizzo Spectrum Gatling case. Can we fast travel over there? We sure can. Beautiful. Industrial strength laxatives, when you really don't have time for this shit. That should be their motto. That's a good selling point right there. Alright, so bring these in here. Should be able to unlock whatever this weapon is. All core systems operative. Weapon requires loaded Spectrum vodka array to be functional. Spectrum vodka is deposited. 8 out of 8. Open case. Ah, what is that?
Rizzo's makes heavy-duty firearms? Boss, you gotta let me try.
Spectrum Gatling. Developed in Rizzo's Research and Development District labs, this minigun is both inspired and powered by Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Shoot some vodka shots and taste the pain bow. Oh my god! That is fucking iconic! We will be equipping that right away. Incredible. Okay. Taste the paintball, baby! Let's go! Oh, every shot is a different color! Yes! That's awesome. Amazing. Alright. Well, we got a new gun, so that's good. Squirrely said, told my boss I have anal glaucoma because I can't see my ass coming to work today. Wow. Alright, well, we got a sweet new weapon, so that's good. Now, let's head back to the hotel. Now we gotta go talk to, what's his name? The head of Rizzo's. And see what he knows. What's going on?
The brochure
Go to journal and then click this one.
Hello there, my inordinately. Oh, you're the one who visited me. Hello again. Thanks so much for brightening my day.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor.
What? What do you mean? How do I get authorized? Can you authorize me?
The Grand Colonial Front Desk. How may I? My apologies, Inspector. All right, my soup about.
Well, she can give us some gossip anyway. Did you notice anything about Halsey and Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aether Wave watcher myself.
Squirrely.
And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Did you ever see Helen acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Okay.
That's
no more gossip. Oh, she wants to know about me? I'm a freelance captain, changing the colony one high-stakes encounter at a time.
a dashing gunslinger type then.
Yep. Okay, bye. I must have to communicate with him through the terminal in my room, I think. Let's check.
Hey, Cap. Looks like they finally sent someone to clean up Helen's mess. At least I hope that's what he's here for.
What? What the fuck?
Gibbering lie. Where'd you come from?
Who are you?
Sorry.
Why are you here?
Character. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not what it looks like.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you.
Easy, friend. No need to get violent. There are as many reasons to spare my life as
So this
there
is
are
Rizzo's
places
tossball team's mascot?
I'll give you two reasons. First,
Why the fuck is it in my
The
room?
Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Enterprise. And secondly, I'm just here doing a job for a VIP. Mascot's honor.
What kind of job?
I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie.
Ah.
The Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
I've already heard that message. You're out of luck. I found it already. It's pretty incriminating.
You found the recording? Oh, well, that's just sweeter than a...
That wasn't a lie. I already did find the recording. Unless there's another recording.
Birdie's gonna slaughter me like a woolly cow. Will you meet me later over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Tell me what you know, or they'll have to rinse your remains out of that mascot outfit.
What? But I can't? Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I can't. Not here. I'm sorry. The Pilot House Complex. Meet me
Crunch
there.
is back with Oreo ice cream sandwiches. How do you want yours? Chat, whisper, Discord, email? Chat would be great. Okay, well that guy is super suspicious, and that obviously makes Bellamy super suspicious as well.
You think they'd object to me setting up a tanning station here?
Tanning station? But okay, we'll have to meet and talk with him later. But yes, here's the terminal to contact Administrator Ludovico.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The wasp-ketos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production.
And more than a few lives. That doesn't bother you?
The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
Reach for a cigarette. No. Cigarettes are gross. We're not gonna reach for a cigarette. Yeah, you could say that.
You have my attention.
Dr. Blossom is dead, murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
All I know is she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been
I think she might have been murdered by you, yeah, dude, so... I think you're my prime suspect number one. Someone stole data from one of your terminals in research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
You can't steal that much data without an expensive cartridge. Our thief had resources.
A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little information to work with.
This happened just before the wasp-keto attack. Someone was trying to stop me.
Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage.
So it's someone with means, which makes sense. All of our suspects, I think, are wealthy.
And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else?
This guy's definitely a sus. Helen insisted on touring the Rizzo's RR&DD lab.
Insisted? That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions.
What were you going to show her during the tour?
Little of consequence. We'd tour the grounds, pause at some locations appropriate for a portrait, let her shake hands with our scientists. Public relations.
She spent a little time at the orchards. I found evidence she was at a picnic.
A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the orchards. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was there anything else?
I'll let you know if I learn anything else.
This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow. My apologies, Inspector. This
feel it in your marrow. Can't say I've ever felt anything in my marrow. In Detective Pikachu last night, the saying was, I feel it in my jellies. I like that better. Hey, why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in my room?
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
Is there something about my tone that suggests I'm joking?
My apologies. I can tell you're not, as they say in Terra 2, twisting my limb. I don't know why
in my jellies!
In your room.
I'm so glad we watched Detective Pikachu last night. It's so good. I enjoyed it so much. You've got a serious security problem in this hotel.
Cedric has a security problem in this hotel, but your point is well taken. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
I'll take your word for it.
Was there anything else?
I'll be back. Level 31? Fuck yeah. Rising through the ranks, right, Euro? It was just like, I can't even imagine Pikachu not as Ryan Reynolds, because it was just so iconic. Like, he was so good. His little, like, random one-liners were just amazing. Alright, I definitely want to talk to the coroner, because we don't even know cause of death yet, which is obviously huge. When you're trying to figure out a murder. So we are going to speak with Dr. Goodnight to discover what she may have learned from Helen's autopsy. Chief among Helen's many injuries and afflictions at the time of her death were signs of poisoning. Identifying who poisoned her and why could lead you to the real murder. So not only was she poisoned, but she was also beaten? Girl, okay. They've really tried to make sure she was dead by the sounds of it. Yeah, where's the doctor?
Bertie hasn't been seen since Helen.
Up on the second floor. Ooh, Crunch, is that my treat? Oh, it looks so good! Yummy! I'm jealous. Enjoy.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear.
Busted!
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Medical center. Okay, here we go. Oh, there she is. That's really creepy because her eyes are open. You should probably close those.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum.
Oh, plasma damage, so she was shot.
Was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Someone was obviously trying to poison Helen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
I should go speak with Spencer then.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
I'll be back. So, she was poisoned first, and that didn't kill her. It was a shot by a plasma rifle that ended up killing her. Here we go. Autopsy report. An autopsy report on Ruth Bellamy, formerly Halcyon Helen. Could this be the apex of my profession? Bellamy's corpse shows evidence of several possible causes of death, but I've determined the killing blow was plasma damage to her upper vertebrae, occipital bone, and cerebellum. Death was instantaneous and painless. Frankly, her death may have come as a relief. She was unwell prior to the attack. High concentration of poisonous compounds in her stomach lining, ingested during her last meal. Not lethal, but uncomfortable in the extreme. Spencer Woolridge complained of similar stomach ailments. Is this a problem common to professional actors? Interesting. Hey Zippy, how are you? Hope work's going well for you today. We're definitely gonna have to talk to the fucking chef now. But first, we gotta get up to that VIP floor. I need to get access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity.
I might have to get one, Crunch. It sounds amazing. Been in meetings all day? That can be draining. The only guest who'd have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff,
your workday's almost over, Zippy, and then you're over the hump of the week. Almost to the weekend.
Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Thank you. We got some investigating to do. Guys, I am living for this murder mystery. Fuck. This is so good. Alright. Who are you?
Gotta stay limber for the big pennant match.
Oh, I think they're tossball players. Okay. Are you all gonna get mad at me if I pick this lock? I'm gonna have 5 before I do it.
Great work.
Thank you. Yeah, whose room is this? Come in so I can close the damn door, will ya? Jesus.
Done.
Finally. Now. Don't know whose room this is. Nobody important, I don't think. Well, someone important, but no one relevant to the murder. It's cold out. Oh dear. It's actually nice and warm here today. It's 17 degrees Celsius, however.
What?
Many oh no, he doesn't like me picking. Never mind. I'm stopping. It's fine. Hello, Spencer Woolrich. Okay, we definitely found the right room. Jesus.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to.
Excuse
but
me?
I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I
Crunches, investigate the rooms by robbing them. Solid detective technique. Thank you.
You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
Ew, why would I try to charm him? He's wearing blue eyeliner. I'm getting embarrassed by proxy. You want to talk like a human being?
I'd give you a stern admonition, but your bluntness suggests that you aren't with the hotel staff. Now, this is curious indeed.
Ah, thank you for the conversion, kitty.
How did you get in here?
I'm here to investigate the murder of Halcyon and Helen. I'd like to ask a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you.
Are you judging a man for his makeup choices? I am. I straight up am, Zippy. No shame. I'm a terrible person. But that's just not
from the
my thing.
Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But of course, I'm certain you already recognized it.
Wow, I hate this man.
Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon, your wallet, or perhaps something a little more personal?
Ew!
Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Ew! Make a rude gesture. How would you sign this?
I'd be delighted. Oh, damn. My pen's out of ink. I'll just get you a portrait of my face as a souvenir. I'm sure I have the prints around here somewhere. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder.
I literally just told you that was the inspector.
Hello.
You're a dumbass. Fold your arms. Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing.
Where is Crunch's flamethrower? Woolrich needs to be burned repeatedly and painfully.
You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me.
What?
Back when I starred in the Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice.
Jesus
Ask me
Christ.
anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
I'd like to ask you about the murder.
Certainly. But one quick...
Oh, this guy talks too much.
How was it that Bellamy met her end?
Why are you so curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
What were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course.
Of course!
That's how I get into character.
Got anybody who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
You were meditating. Really?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to...
Crunch says, odd, he uses a real name, not a role name of Halcyon Helen. True, everyone does, right? I bet he's, like, jealous of her as a fellow actor or something. How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
Okay, back to my other questions.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Did you know Helen well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career.
That mustache and goatee are evil as heck.
In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way. Unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
Did you consider yourself a friend of hers?
I'll ask you this. If you'd been the star of cinema for years, then suddenly found yourself scrounging for bit parts while a younger person stole the limelight, how would you feel? In short, the two of us weren't close. But that's not to say my dislike of her was so extreme that I tried to do anything drastic. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
Alright, speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector, what do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Enough about that. Back to my other questions.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
I hear you were poisoned?
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain. Most undignified.
The agonizing bowel pain. Oh dear. I can only imagine.
Explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar?
Could you think of anyone other than the chef who'd want to harm you?
None that I can think of.
So he doesn't enjoy murder, makes notes. He got poisoned with that industrial strength laxative. You're probably right, actually. Why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aether Wave star, spotted in gastronomic distress.
Spotted in gastronomic distress. According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming. Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Say nothing. That's all I wanted to know.
Very well, then.
I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
I found a bottle of tainted liquor. Might have had something to do with your poisoning.
That, yes. Yes. I just...
There you go. I think you were right, Euro. The industrial strength laxative in the liquor.
This hotel is
So maybe it wasn't the chef after all. Unless he was
management shall receive the
responsible for the liquor.
Complaints.
I've got my eye on you.
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
Jesus Christ. Goodbye. Okay. Wow. This is his hotel room, and he's got posters of himself all over the place. Welcome, Spencer Woolridge. Reminder, you have a fingernail and goldening appointment at 5:30 tonight. Wow. A fingernail and goldening appointment. Oh, oh! What the fuck? That's a lot of blood. That is a lot of fucking blood. Who's in here? You!
Initiating banter protocol.
He's the other actor.
Now simulating familiar and welcoming demeanor. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all board-approved actors. Greetings, fellow.
That is
star.
suspicious indeed. Come on, talk a little faster, my dude. I gotta ask you some questions.
Latest drama was memorable.
I see you've had some work done. Who upgraded you?
Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded to adhere to board-certified standards. The most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolridge.
Interesting.
Banter protocol exhausted, reverting to default behavior, grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen, may your atoms be commended to the aether.
You knew Halcyon Helen?
Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helen's monopoly over the Aetherwave serial market.
Interesting.
This unit's programming is
How the fuck were you gonna replace Halcyon Helen, my dude?
Burbage 3001. Anything Halcyon Helen can do, this unit can do slightly worse.
Does that include dying?
This unit has been programmed to simulate existential dread. This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles, randomizing despair tables.
Can I not ask you about the fucking blood in your bathroom? Dude, you're a robot. You don't even have blood. Why? Also, who is that? Can I ask you more questions?
This unit.
No. Guess we'll have to come back here later. Oh my god, are these his shirts? Look at them! Okay, that's honestly amazing. Anything you can do, I can do slightly worse. Nope, doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Hello, who are you?
Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, they're
What can I do
tossball
for you?
players. What brings the Rangers to Eridanos?
Since it's the off-season, we're helping support the launch of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Meet the fans, sign tossball cards.
Hey, Morgan says, anything you can do, I can do better. There you go. That rolls off the tongue.
Being coy. Anyway,
Yes, bravo!
Just between you and me, Rizzo's ought to cancel the whole event out of respect for Miss Helen.
That's all. No, actually, we'll ask him some questions.
Oh, you must
You
be
might know
that
some.
Spectre people have been talking about. It's a damn shame about Miss Helen. She was always real good to me and the rest of the Rangers. Birdie's taking it pretty hard. Miss Helen was the love of his life. So, what did you want to know?
Tell me about Birdie and Helen.
Oh, Birdie was mad about Helen. He was certifiable. The big galoot loved Helen about as much as he loved the game. Trouble is, Birdie was not blessed with an abundance of temper. Helen kept Birdie steady. If he lost his temper around her, it'd be because something broke between the two of them.
Do you think Birdie could have killed Helen?
What? Law, no. Birdie's got a fierce temper, but there's no way he'd ever have laid a finger on Miss Helen.
Can you think of anyone who would want to kill Helen?
Miss Helen was outspoken. She made her share of enemies on account of her expressing herself. Just between you and me, I heard rumors the Prophet never much cared for Helen's brand of blunt honesty.
Okay.
What can I...
Bye. Thanks for your time. We gotta go talk to the chef. Bring me to the lobby, please. Hang on. Oh, I came out the wrong way. My bad. I got turned around. Into the kitchens. Hi, I'm back. You gotta talk to me now. I got a specific question for you.
Oh, don't get...
I'm here to investigate Halsey and Helen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why... I mean... You may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
Alright. Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
You're sure no one else was involved?
Well, yes. I'm positive. Why?
If Helen was poisoned, and no one else touched her meal, then you poisoned her, right?
Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous. But I didn't heed her warning.
Can you imagine your mother warning you the culinary world is too dangerous?
Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Alibi's a little thin here. Why should I believe anything that you're saying?
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage.
She saw him handle a knife and was just like, nah, that ain't you, bub.
You can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
Why were you being so evasive about leaving Helen's food unattended?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
If you tell me the truth, I might be more inclined to believe the rest of what you say.
Well, I suppose that's as good a point as any I've heard. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreation.
Oh dear, why do you have to be a cook? Why don't you do something safe like deep-sea shark dentistry? Also, a teensy bit of recreational drinking is incredible. Any idea where I might be able to find Bellhop Owens?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather... particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
What was Spencer Woolrich doing around the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us.
I believe that. I've met the man. That sounds about right.
If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich...
Ah, so he's a Karen, says Zippy.
Suite on the VIP guest floor.
That's all I wanted to ask about. Guess we'll see if you're telling the truth.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
I have a feeling it was in the liquor, though, that we found. The liquor bottles. Because that's just too convenient that we found bottles. Poisoned liquor, you know? And it's obviously not what's-his-name, because he got poisoned too. So he definitely didn't poison himself. Security footage of the kitchen would verify that Chef Anwar wasn't the only one handling food in the kitchen. Even if the footage doesn't exonerate him, it at least casts some doubts that he was the poisoner. The footage can be retrieved from the constable's office at the docks. That's where I want to go. I have a feeling the footage is going to prove Chef Anwar clean. Hero says, or did he slightly poison himself to not only throw the scent off of him, but get him extra attention? That's a great point, Euro. So that's we definitely got to take that into account. Wait, what? Oh my god, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Luckily I have my new vodka gun. Wait, go away. Whew. Alright, let's head up and get those security tapes, shall we? Also, I love how you helped me out there, guard. Thanks a lot.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access, and... welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
Thank you. Man, these are more long-ass bridges. Oh, all the rocks are tied together with those giant chains, too. This is quite the fucking setup, I'll tell you that. Between the rocket engines keeping things afloat, the giant chains keeping things together. Hero says, I'm certain to be right in the end. I've just been creating reasons they all did it this whole time. So far, I think 4 or 5 people killed her. I mean, she did have multiple causes of death, so I think multiple people did try to kill her. It's just that one of them was successful, I think. That's my theory. But she did have multiple causes of death. She had multiple injuries, and one of them was the cause of death. Is how I should phrase that. Alright, give me that security footage. Oh.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much.
He's trying so hard. It's actually kind of sad.
Should've kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
Okay, so this is a farce.
You want to say that again, pal?
You're not really Slug, are you? It's okay, you can tell me.
Woolly piss! Why'd we decide to do this? Hey, any chance we could reschedule? Maybe do this whole showdown business?
Is this another movie? Get out of here!
You don't need to tell us twice. Come on, all. Let's get the hell out of here.
So I think our saboteur from earlier has even got some goons now. Someone's really trying to throw us off the trail of this murder, so... Interesting. Deputy Wine Taster? What? Is that your name?
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a Sprat infestation.
Oh!
Bureaucratic
It happens so often they have an automatic
suspended.
voice thing for it.
At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly.
I need to acquire the Grand Colonial Kitchen security footage from your archive.
All requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe. Is that acceptable?
Hold still. I need to examine your bit processing unit really quick.
Error. Bit processing unit has been removed. Temporarily surpassing bit fee request. Funds will be requested from Rizzo's leadership with interest at a later date.
There we go. That's more like it.
Like a wine.
Your designation is Deputy Wine Taster? What are you doing in the constabulary?
Error. Unit designation no longer Wine Taster. Unit designation now Deputy.
You used to be a wine-tasting mechanical? What's your favorite wine?
Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit is incapable of taste.
Alright then.
How may
Sounds like you were really good At your job back in the day, my man. Is he gonna be able to see me? We're gonna try it. No, he can see me. Are you mad? You were mad when I was doing it. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave it alone.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
Jesus, I wish this guy would talk a little bit faster.
For defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrappy.
Oh dear.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos atmospheric complex. No signs of life detected.
Interesting.
Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
What killed her?
Multiple puncture wounds detected along the frontal bone and between the clavicle. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional
She was the one member that we talked to when we very first came here. She was the constable for the place. I noticed some casings on the ground. Ammunition?
These casings are too minuscule for conventional small caliber firearms. Each casing resembles a lancing needle used for medical and surgical purposes.
Medical purposes? Amplifier, scanner, blood for toxins.
High concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected.
Potassium chloride? That would have stopped her heart.
These substances show the highest concentration near the entry and exit wounds. Cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most likely cause of death.
Amplifier, make a note. Find whoever did this and make them pay.
Your memo has been noted. This unit has been programmed to offer encouragement during moments of emotional strain. Banter protocol activated. We'll find the sprat bastards responsible, Inspector.
Jesus Christ, everybody is getting killed before we get a chance to even question them. The killer is way ahead of us, covering their tracks.
You're mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However,
Dry goods and sundry.
has decreed that this unit will remain
Constable?
here, questioning you every minute until
I guess the constable's dead, so there's no one in here. Is there anybody in the cells? Oh, yeah. Cassidy Mills.
I'm a criminal, get it? They don't let me talk to law-abiding sorts.
Alright.
If I made a bet with you at the Copper Bottom last night, let's call it off now. I can't stand the taste of life's sprats.
Oh, that comes in through here, okay.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
Okay, let's try the dry goods.
I don't like the look of that shopkeep.
What shopkeep? Jesus, how the fuck did you see him from all the way over there? Also, what's wrong with him? He looks fine to me.
Hello. Welcome to Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry, the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. I'm marketeer Joseph Dempsey, here to make your shopping experience as pleasant and normal as possible.
Standard and unremarkable, you said? Maybe you should invest in an advertising seminar.
Hey, folks take a lot of comfort in knowing their neighborhood general store is unchanging, eternal, like the land beneath their feet or the air in their lungs. Whoops, forgot I ain't supposed to poeticize on work time. The drab nature of our store profits is what I meant. Now, can I sell you anything?
Let me see what you got. Anything good? Not really, to be honest with you. I will sell you some stuff, though. Okay, well, nothing here for us. Buy a top hat? I'm actually already wearing a top hat. I'm almost positive. I am. A nice hat. It's pretty good too. It gives me leadership skills +5 and persuade +7. Okay, so can we watch the footage? How do we do that? Kitchen security footage. Security footage by the Grand Colonial's kitchen at the time of Helen's last meal prep by Chef Anwar. Shows the chef working on the dish, then Spencer Woolridge and Bellhop Owens enter. Owens hands something to Spencer, then leaves. Spencer then appears to say things to the chef, who turns away and walks off screen. Spencer quickly empties something onto Helen's food and exits! There you go, he's fucking caught! Wow. So, Euro, maybe you're right. And or either that or she got double poison. She got poison in her food and in her liquor. That is extremely interesting. Bellhop Owens was responsible for taking meals up to the VIP guests, suggesting that Owens may have had something to do with the poisonings. The bellhop was last seen headed to the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve, so we definitely gotta find him. Before we do that, though, let's go talk to the mascot that was broken into our room. Rizzo's Rangers mascot was sent by Black Hole Birdie to search my penthouse. He refused to speak more about it inside the hotel, insisting you meet him at the weather monitoring station on the Phaeton Pilot House. Let's actually go do that first. Then we'll go find Owens. And I'm almost positive that what's her name? Yeah, the Prophet of Profitability is also in the Wilderness Reserve, so we can kill two birds with one stone when we head there. First, let's go talk to the mascot.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Okay, it's over. This way. Are you crazy? Yep. Also, next time I find a workbench, I really should, put some mods on this weapon, too. So it has so much recoil. It's a bit tough, but I want to use it, because it's cool and powerful. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Nice, Felix. Man, Felix is strong. He is just bashing people with his tossball stick, and it is working. You love to see it. Again, thanks for helping, guard. You really, really helped there. So much recoil and a little slow to spin up. Yeah, exactly. So if we could get some weapon mods on this baby, I'm sure it would help us out a bunch. Hello.
Non-slug personnel aren't permitted on the pilot house. Can I help you with something?
I need to ask you some questions regarding your coworker, Evan O'Connell.
Sure. He in trouble or something?
Investigation's still pending.
Well, shit. What happened? Is he alright?
He didn't show up for work today. When did you see him last?
I just had a shift with Evan at the Purpleberry Orchards, kind of. We were supposed to haul some crates.
Zippy.
I took him to room 82 under the hotel so we could sleep it off. Guess he was drunker than I thought if he didn't show for work.
I'd better go check.
I'd appreciate it if you did. I'd like to know he's okay.
So this is Slug's home base up this way, which means the mascot must have been like an undercover Slug agent or something? Oops. Hit my mouse while I was trying to grab my phone. Why the fuck are you in here? Gross. However, there is a workbench here, so now we can modify our weapons. No, we can't? We can't put any mods on there? I don't see it. It's available. Well, that sucks. Never mind then. Because it's a special weapon, I think it has to stay the way it is. Which is a little bit annoying. What is this place?
Indeed. And that looks just like my old room.
What the fuck?
Hey, you. Come take a look.
What's going on here?
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it.
What is all this junk?
Junk? My friend, this is not junk.
Slug Dude was just trying to do some weapon repair and you just bust in and murder him. Damn!
Visual effects, beloved souvenirs and knickknacks.
So how'd you come by them?
Huh? Oh, well, some of the guests left this stuff behind.
It must not be that valuable if people left it behind.
Take a look for yourself.
You doing okay?
Me? Oh, sure. Terrific. Never better. And as soon as I pay off my docking fines, I'll be back on my feet and in my ship.
Docking fines?
So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may have broken a few of them. Who'd think Slug would be so strict?
Can I help?
You sure can. Buy some of my goods, and it'll count towards paying off my docking fines. And the delinquency fees that are accruing on top of them.
Show me what you have. Whoa. Concierge livery, 3rd class. It's actually pretty good. I'm actually gonna buy that. What do you want vodka for? Oh, we already got the gun when you were gone. We're good, we have all the vodkas. What am I wearing? What are these guys wearing? What are you wearing? Honestly, let's make Felix a cute little concierge. I think it works for him. And then he can even get the matching hat. Bam. Alright, continuing onwards. Oh, hang on, guys. I missed a call from the front door. Looks like there's a package for me. You know what? It might be one of the stream gifts that Zippy or Matt sent. So you know what? I'm just gonna take a quick break. I should probably take a quick break anyway for a little stretcheroo. I'm gonna run downstairs and grab that package, and then if it is a stream gift, we can open it together. So give me 5 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so it is a package. However, it is not a stream gift, so sorry, Zippy. It's not your gift today. I'm sure it should be here sometime soon, though. I do know what it is, though. This is something, because I can see who the sender is. This is something that I pre-ordered, and I honestly even forgot it was coming this week because I've been so consumed with you know, PC things and getting the PC all ready, but I'm actually super excited to open this. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. If it is what I think it is, we'll see here now. Oh, it is! It is! We take the little plastic bits out of there. Oh my god, this thing is gorgeous! I don't even want to open this! This is one of the new Pokemon boxes. It is the Galarian Rapidash V box. It's so pretty. I literally had this pre-ordered because I wanted it so bad. Galarian Rapidash is literally one of my favorite, like, forms that they did. She literally looks like a cotton candy little angel. And this box is so cool. I wish you could... There's actually glitter on the top. Like, the texture feels like glitter. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm obsessed with this. This is so nice. So this is what came today. It comes with a promo card, an oversized promo card, and 4 booster packs. So this will probably be our next Pokemon unboxing video, honestly. If you guys want to see what's inside this, I can ooh and ah all over again. But you guys get a sneak peek here on stream. Oh, I just can't get over how pretty the box is. Like, it's actually gorgeous. Like, it has glitter on it. Like, I don't even want to open it. I want to keep it for collector's value, but at the same time, like, you know, I gotta open it. But that's why we'll do a video, so we can immortalize what it looks like forever, because it is so nice. So there you go. That's what came in the package. It was not the stream gift, but hopefully the stream gift will be here soon. I'm probably gonna open that and film a video tomorrow morning before stream. So maybe we'll do another video this week and do a Poke Thursday. Seeing as Poke Monday wasn't a traditional Pokemon opening video. I really should have, Crunch. I didn't even realize that. Like, I was excited that I was getting a Galarian Rapidash card. I didn't even realize the packaging was going to be that beautiful, but that's it, right? But there you go. So there, you guys got a little package opening on stream. Before we finish stream today, I really do want to go talk to the what's his name? The mascot, and see what the fuck he was doing in my room and try to get some information about the ex-boyfriend, the tossball player. So let's head over here now and do that. Looks like it's up over there. Welcome to the Pilot House. Enjoy your non-mandatory visit. Alright. What is this place? I don't even know, but anyway. Sure, we'll find out. Crunch has not understood the Pokemon craze for the past 25-30 years. I love Pokemon, and recently I've just been obsessed with the trading cards as well. Oh no! Oh no!
Discrepancy detected.
Oh, and he had a thing in his neck!
That all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life.
But hang on, he definitely didn't have that when he came to visit us, because he was not crazy happy. He was scared. He was showing other emotions. So this thing either entered his neck after he came and talked to us, or this is the wrong guy. So let's see. Medical. Puncture wounds near his collarbone. I'm having trouble finding an exit wound.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death?
Firearms. Not a conventional weapon either.
Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler.
The Needler?
Yes, Inspector. The Needler. Bespoke handgun carried and wielded by Halcyon Helen.
Oh.
Deployed by Halcyon Helen
Someone's killing people with Helen's weapon?
The Chief of the Savages, played by Spencer Woolridge.
Amplifier, before we go, do you think he'd miss his outfit?
This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering rhetorical questions.
I'll take his things. It's potential evidence, yeah. Glance over your shoulder to see if anyone's watching, then reach down and remove the mascot's gear. What the head doing if we're gonna rob him? So that's very, very interesting. Like I said, there's one of two things here. This is either this guy got infected after he left, or this is not the same guy that we met earlier. Huh.
Clever.
What is this?
This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
High concentration of ethanol. Someone's brewing moonshine with antiseptics.
Excellent deduction, Inspector. Imbibing of unauthorized beverages is strictly prohibited under Rizzo's company law. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
Well, we're gonna have to go back to the spaceport now, aren't we? First, let's up some skills of ours. Medical to 50. Get dodge to 50. Sneak to 70. Lockpick to 70. Well, actually 107. We also get a perk. We're gonna grab this one. When you're at last stand, when you're at low health, you deal increased damage. 30% more damage while under 25% health. Now level 32. Now can we just teleport over there? Yeah, we can. Over to the spaceport. That's obviously where we landed when we came in. And we're gonna see. Someone can tell us what the hell just happened with our little mascot buddy. So underneath the dry goods and sundry, that's where the, this way, I mean, look. That's where it's telling us to go. Oh, there's a bar down here.
Hey,
I see.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Me?
Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate?
A crewmate? Actually, the Unreliable's my ship.
Cut the shit. I know Hawthorne's captain of that ship, and I know you ain't him. You want to try again?
I'm Talara. Sorry to tell you, but Hawthorne's dead. This ship was left to me.
I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if
Hey,
you find
Nine, how
this
are
ship,
you?
it means you're a freelancer too. Wonder if you can help me.
I'm listening.
I run an outfit for the moving of less than legal goods.
No McDonald's today. No, we're slacking off the Happy Meal ordering. I'm pleased with my current collection, so
I don't know where the cargo is right
save some
now.
money in calories
Who
for
made you
now.
have
But who
this
knows? Maybe
medicine
Friday.
For getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay.
I'm in. What do you need me to do?
Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mills is the name. She'll know where the cargo is.
Sounds good. I'll get going.
Be seeing ya. Remember, Cassidy's at the constabulary. She might be a little wary, so be careful.
Luckily, there's no constable at the constabulary anymore, so it'll be easy to talk to her. Before we do that, though, are you Black Hole Birdie? Why are you wearing this outfit?
What do you want? Boss, it's Birdie Holcomb. Black Hole Birdie. The Holmeister? The Hack Attack.
Felix looks so cute in his new outfit.
Not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
Do you not have any idea how many tossball posters your face is on?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Incompleto! It's a very nice hat.
Yeah, it really draws attention to you. I never would have noticed the hungover-looking fella.
Felix is such a fanboy, truly. Eno says, did you watch Super Mario Bros. Super Show as a kid? I did not, no.
Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
Oh, come on, Birdie. You're plenty sharp. Anybody who says otherwise is a Cleo Darlings fan.
Kind of in the middle of an investigation here, Felix.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
I think he means drunk.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling.
Practice body tackling!
Elsewhere. Get some air.
That's what I do when I get drunk. Where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
Okay, that's not where I thought that was gonna go. Stealing her was a lot better than where I thought that was headed. Hey, Cthulhu says, just some healthy platonic male wrestling. What'd you steal a cow for?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
You're telling me Helen dumped you, then asked you for a favor?
Nah, she sent a note to my hotel room before we, you know, split. I don't know how long it was sitting there before I noticed.
Alright, so the data pad, did you find it?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
Sigh warily.
I wasn't keen on conversing, okay? I was drunk and holding someone else's data pad. And also, maybe I was crying a little.
Aww.
So I booked it.
Poor birdie.
And like the Rangers were down by 3 and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Well, I know you weren't sprinting for the Sunday zone. Where'd you go?
I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... I mean, to my... fridge... Raider.
Birdie, come on, man. Who is it?
I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Your bookie, murderous confidant, secret paramour with whom you're having a torrid affair?
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
Who's Auric, Birdie?
Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Auric's not a bad guy. He's just got an unusual job. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Let's see the data pad.
Oh, yeah, you'll probably want to... Yeah, of course. Of course. Helen sure did have the prettiest handwriting.
I'm sorry about Helen, Bertie.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Sorry. Here you go, Inspector. Hopefully they make more sense to you. I couldn't make heads or tails of them. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
There's still a gap in your timeline, Bertie. I'm not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it'd be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
I can't let a suspect be a part of the investigation.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else?
I have a few more questions.
What do you want to know?
Why'd you have that mascot pull that little stunt over the recording in Helen's room?
I remember sending her the recording, but... Law, I was halfway to preserved by then. I don't know what was on it. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I was involved in her death. I was scared of looking suspicious.
So you had a man break into Helen's old room to cover it up.
I wish that were the dumbest thing I ever did, but it's not.
About Helen.
What about her?
Why'd you break up?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't.
Did she have any enemies?
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each. What do you want?
Alright. That's enough for now. Now, can we look at Helen's datapad? Helen's datapad. The contents of this datapad are incomprehensible to you. It seems to be written in code. Several pages of unrelated words, sentence fragments, and seemingly random numbers conceal its true meaning.
I think I prefer the rest and go.
These are called buy-a-bunks.
Hey, pal. Over here.
This is incredible. You buy these little bunks. Stay in them. Hi, are you Auric?
Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way
Are
to
you
the
a
bar
drug
for
dealer?
good time. Maybe you're interested in something
Yep.
a little better than
You're a drug
beer
dealer.
or Drino? Something with a little more kick.
Better than beer?
Bold claim, I know. But I wouldn't lie to you, friend. The name's Auric. I deal in...
Oh, this is why Bertie knows him, because he's taking steroids. He's on the roids.
Alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Yeah, I've noticed as much.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
What kind of alternatives do you sell?
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium.
What? Hang on. He's not selling drugs, he's selling vitamins?
You got stress problems? I got
Aromatherapy!
Therapy eases the mind. Diluted
Oh my
medicine.
god, this guy is the best drug dealer ever.
And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
I'm just a woman looking for answers.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring you in any trouble. I just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Bertie. So what?
Heard you taught Bertie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Bertie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
How do you know Bertie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis-or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
Black Hole Bertie has a substance problem?
Nah. What Bertie's got is a stress problem.
So he's the nutritional supplement section of the drugstore?
Everyone knows
Cool!
his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does...
Hey man, you want that acupuncture? No? How about tea? I got that Earl Grey. So he said, I meant to type this 20 minutes ago, but my dad called. I'm sad it was in the stream gift, but I appreciate that you want to open it on camera. Oh, absolutely. I won't open it unless you're here to watch. So if it comes later in this week, I'll make sure to let you know. Was Bertie with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Bertie thought the world...
This would be the type of drug dealer I would
Showed
be.
up drunk at my place
Selling
wanting to
different
talk
herbal
about the
teas.
breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
It's all for now. Alright, Bertie, your alibi is solid, my dude. You didn't kill her. I mean, I didn't think you killed her. Anyway, especially after meeting him. As soon as I met him, I was like, oh, this sweet little baby? No, he didn't kill her. Sounds good, Zip. Crunch will take the acupuncture and a cup of tea. Apple cinnamon with some honey and lemon.
Seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the
Let's
groundbreaker.
go talk to, this chick.
Don't think I know you. What do you want?
I'm here for the job.
Yeah. Don't think I don't recognize a slug agent when I see one. Shove off.
I talked to Dash about your contraband situation. Would I know about it if I hadn't?
Sakes alive. I warned him time and time again to take the proper precautions. It's a good thing he's a damn fine pilot, or he'd be too much trouble to carry around. Then again, I'm in prison and he's not, so I guess I'm the lead weight this time. What's the plan, anyway?
I'm your mark for item retrieval. Tell me what you know and where I'm going.
You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where.
If you're not sure where it is, how am I supposed to find it?
I'm sure some slugite knows how to find it, or has it listed in a terminal. All else fails, you could just case the joint. Might end up with some extra loot for your troubles.
Alright, fair enough. Okay guys, so for our last quest of the day, I'm gonna try to find this smuggled cargo. Oh, it's down here. Oh! Ow. Just fucking cracked my legs off, but we made it. It's one way to arrive, right? Restricted access. F5ing. Sneaking. Don't turn around, my dude. You can't see me, my dude. Oh, you can totally see me, my dude. Okay. Try that again. Okay. Can we climb up on this? You sure? No, we can't. Never mind. Can we go this way? Aha. Here we go. Just some platforming. we go. Perfecto. You failed your persuasion check there. Yep, absolutely. Wow. Heavy package wrapped in brown paper. On the back, the words "Love Gladys" are scrawled in black ink. That was easy enough. Jesus, alright. I did not expect it to be that easy. Oh, there was a broken fence right here. I didn't even need to climb up on those boxes. Look at me! I'm a master criminal. A master thief. In and out without anybody seeing. Hey.
You're back, I see. Hope the law hasn't caught on to what you're doing. Law meaning authorities, that is, not the forces running the universe.
I got the cargo. What's next?
No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry.
What'd you do to get arrested, anyway?
This is gonna sound a little stupid, but I got a thing about mechanicals. Don't like the way they move or the sounds they make. Gives me the creeps. I was drinking with Dash in the cantina when a funny-looking one trotted up beside us. Seemed like it was some kind of monster, so I started yelling, banging on it. Don't know what happened next, but I think it involved another mechanical. I passed right out then, and when I woke back up, I was here. Not the most graceful thing I've ever done.
Alright.
Nope.
One delivery coming up. What's up, man?
Welcome back. The Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry is just as standard and unremarkable as when you left it.
I got a shipment of something for you.
A shipment, you say? The only shipment I'm expecting is 100 pounds of salt tuna a week from now. And I certainly don't expect it to be brought by an inspector.
This isn't a standard delivery. These are quality goods, if you catch my meaning.
I learn about secret codes in my off time. For fun. It's never anything that I actually need to use, mind.
Drop the act. You already know why I'm here. What you want to know is what I've brought.
Playing dumb didn't dissuade you, huh? You're pretty sharp. And correct. Follow me to the back.
Whoa. Spooky. Alright. You better not be doing anything creepy back here. Whoa, that's a gun.
Alright. So, as you can see, this actually ain't the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon.
So you've been lying to everyone.
Black market. Whatever you're here for. Weapons. Information.
Black market.
Contraband,
Wow.
cane and ointment. I've got it. Sorry for the frosty reception. Had to make sure you weren't with the constable. But seeing how you're a freelancer, I hope I ain't got nothing to worry about.
I suppose you won't. I can be trusted.
Good. A worthy freelancer is hard to find. Since you're in the know, you can access my black market stocks. Though, you'll have to come by later. I'm waiting on my next shipment. Here's your pay. Good doing business with you, especially seeing how you didn't take
The constable's dead. Does nobody know this? I can't even take it to the constable. Since I went through all this work to bring it to you, can I see what's in the box?
See? No. But I might tell you what's in it, so long as it's nothing proprietary, volatile, or breathing. Let's have a little look. Contraband weapon parts, a few chemicals for the crafting of high explosives. All fairly standard. Oh, and a canister of trimethyl sulfoxide. Where dimethyl sulfoxide is good at keeping folks in stasis, trimethyl sulfoxide is nice for helping refrigerators run. Useful stuff.
Let's have a look at your stock. Anything good here, my dude? Ooh, what's that? Onslaught. Two-handed melee weapon. This is a weapon designed for positive reinforcement. The more you hit, the more you hurt. Ha! Attacks from this weapon that hit multiple enemies increase the wielder's damage for a short time. Pretty cool. Ooh, Slug Worker Identity Cartridge. I'll buy that. Probably use that if we gotta sneak in anywhere. Cool, thanks, man. Like your setup. Alright, so it looks like we basically crossed Birdie off the suspect list. I'm gonna go tell Cash that the job is done. But there's a lot of leads that are taking us to that wilderness zone. The Prophet is there. The bellboy who gave, what's his name, something to put into Helen's food is there. So there's a lot of stuff we have to investigate in that animal zone.
Well. No sign of the constable, which really makes me more nervous.
One package of questionable goods delivered and signed for.
Excellent. Let's divvy up the payment 3 ways and we can consider this matter settled.
3 ways? I did all the work while you and yours sat around. You're lucky to get anything.
What? That ain't gonna be enough to get Cass out of prison, and it ain't what we agreed to. Ah, shit. Looks like it was wrong to assume you were just like Hawthorne after all. Sure hope I can figure something out to pay Cass's fine.
Whatever. Okay, so if we look at our quest, here are the ones that we have left to do. We have to find and speak with Bellhop Owens. Bellhop Owens was responsible for taking meals up to VIP guests, suggesting that Owens may have had something to do with the poisonings. The bellhop was last seen headed to the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. We need to report to Administrator Ludovico. We've learned that Black Hole Birdie was at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and then the pilot house for some amount of time on the night of the murder, but there's a period where Birdie is unable to account for his whereabouts. You should report to Administrator Ludovico at the Penn Hills Terminal and decide what to tell him regarding Birdie. Birdie admitted to sending the Rizzo Rangers mascot to ransack Helen's room in search of a recording. He was afraid of being tied to Helen's murder. Okay, so there is still a period of time where he's unaccounted for, but I don't know. I don't really see it. We also need to track down the Prophet of Profitability. You'll need to find and interrogate the Prophet of Profitability regarding her involvement with Halsey and Helen's murder. The Prophet runs her seminar retreats out of an extreme productivity camp deep in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. So as you can see, all paths sort of lead to the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve, which honestly is still a really funny name. I can't believe it's a Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. That is hilarious and so in line with the rest of tongue-in-cheek corporate humor that this game has given us. So we'll leave it there for today, guys, and we will pick up tomorrow, head to the Wilderness Reserve and see what we can't find out here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of suspects. There's a lot of potential causes of death, potential motives. We definitely do not have this murder figured out yet, but hopefully tomorrow we'll start to, you know, tie some loose strings together. So thank you everybody so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys spending time with me, you know, going through the game with me. It just means the world to me that you guys would watch this weird Canadian on the internet. So thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Everybody please stay safe. Take care. I'll be live tomorrow, same time as today, same time all week, around 12 Mountain Time. So hopefully I'll see you then, but if not, take care, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Goodbye, everyone!